Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. First formation, fall into the best morning sports talk that y'all got going right now on the net, E2G Sports Network. It's Trey and Bishop. How you doing, Bishop? What's going on this morning, bro?
Hey, what's going on, Trey? WGO. How y'all doing this morning on this hump day? Falling. Yeah, hopefully everybody's having a great midday. And I know the day is pretty much just started, but hopefully y'all enjoy this hump day, man. We are a few days closer to the Super Bowl Sunday, a few
Mm-hmm.
days closer to the shortest month of the year. So yeah, I know Valentine's Day is just around the corner. So yeah, I know everybody's out there scrounging, trying to get some things for their loved ones, stuff like that. Look at it. Taylor say he the first squad leader. Hey, what up? What up?
Hey,
What
what's
up?
good? What's good, Taylor? Appreciate you
Or
being here
was
this
you
morning.
his? Or was you his first squad leader?
No, I was a section sergeant.
Oh,
So I was his first NCO. I guess you could say that.
yeah, okay. Morning, hey, Anthony
What's going on?
Price.
What's
What's
going
up,
on,
bro?
Anthony?
What's up?
What's
What's
going on,
going
Anthony?
on, bro? What's going on, man? How y'all doing on this Wednesday, man? We closer to the Super Bowl. How y'all feel about the Super Bowl being just around the corner?
Good morning, Erica. How you doing?
Erica in the building. Faithful one right there. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. That's a faithful one right there. Nah, first in formation is squad leader. Got you. Got you. That's what I thought you meant, Taylor.
Yeah,
That's what I thought you meant. How about my Bucks?
we're not gonna
Milwaukee?
do that. We're not gonna not.
Really?
We're not gonna do that
I
right
mean,
now. We're
that's
not
not
gonna.
even a surprise, Taylor. I
We're
know
not.
Milwaukee was going to thrash them
We're not
Lakers.
gonna even do that right now.
I have something about the Super Bowl, but I'll wait. Uh-oh. 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 What you got, Anthony Price? What you got? What you got? What you got? Have somebody. Oh, you no, bless you, Erica. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. So, Trey, what is it? What is it this morning, man? What we got? What we got? What we got?
So of course, you know, say it's So one thing in which got on, in which I get your opinion on. Of course, everybody else, I'm very sure this is going to probably be a light fire, in a sense. So yesterday, what popped off is Roger Goodell. If you, as you don't know, if you're just watching a novice, Roger Goodell is the commissioner for the NFL. Of course, y'all know
Mm-hmm.
commissioners tend to run the sports organizations, or some other organizations, but in this aspect, they run the sports organization. And this organization is the NFL. Roger Goodell met with the civil rights groups yesterday, in in regard to speak and talk about how they can better or fix the Rooney Rule. Of course, some of the
Mm,
individuals that were in attendance. Of course, Reverend Al Sharpton, he was posted. The NAACP's president and CEO Derek Johnson was in the meeting, as well as the National Urban League president and CEO Mark Morial were all there in attendance. So, Bishop, I ask you, everyone else in the comments, please feel free to respond as we always do. Do you believe that this is the beginning of change, or are we smoking mirrors again?
it just smoke and mirrors, man. It
Woo.
was just a conversation. That's all it
Purple
is.
haze, that purple
Yeah,
haze.
that's all it is. There ain't nothing happened yet. It's just a conversation. When we know we a lot of times people have many conversations about change and then nothing ever happens. So like Taylor said, smoke and mirrors, bro. So I'm just saying, smoke and mirrors until we see what comes out of that conversation. Then we can say it's much more than that. But until then, like it ain't nothing to really sit and really talk about, to be honest, because we have they don't like all the negative press. Yes, make some changes, but we know what it is exactly, Erica. And this too, PR cleanup, PR cleanup. Come on, man, y'all got you got to know that's what was about to take place. I
So
had to know that.
so being that I've always wanted to do something as far as PR and stuff like that. Uh, so PR cleanup. When I hear PR cleanup, I don't know, because just kind of do a PR cleanup in this case can be very detrimental to the fact of you done pulled all these individuals in. and now you're talking about, hey, this is what we're looking about doing, and then you don't do it. It starts to put in it puts a bad taste in the individual's mouth. That basically is almost like the boy that cried wolf. So then when
Mm-hmm.
you really need it to go down, it's like, oh man, like I
Mm-hmm.
had them and I no longer had them. So that brings uh has something to do with Lovey Smith hiring. So Anthony, I
Mm-hmm.
don't even know if it would have to be if Roger Goodell would
What up,
have to
Zell?
even dip into that. I think the
Right, because it's not really on him in
yeah,
regards to
all
when
he could do is
he
ask, yeah,
right, he can only enforce it, but he really has no say in
yeah,
regards
because
who
they're their
does the
own
hiring. Right,
organizations and businesses. But
right.
so back to what is I was about to say, and please, Dante, Erica, Anthony, Freddie, please chime in. Zach, do you think that after this meeting and after talking about change and doing things, um, do you believe or do you think that the players or coaches or individuals or people of color individually would boycott the NFL? You think that, or is that too that's too bold
That's
of a
very
statement?
possible. No, that's very
You think
possible.
it's possible? Really? Really?
Yeah, yeah, I think that's very possible.
Good morning,
Uh,
Key. Morning,
but
Miss Santon.
what I will say is I don't think so. I said that, and I probably said that a bit prematurely.
Prematurely.
But yeah,
Talk
because of
about
the
these
thing,
people money.
right? Not one. It ain't even necessarily that. It's the fact of the matter. At I'm thinking about um what's McCall did, and it was like
What Colin
Colin
did.
Kaepernick, and
Hmm.
he didn't have a huge following, and he ain't fully black. You know what I'm saying? He's not. He's biracial. So
And that's why I say that, Anthony.
I don't know. Some players are
That's
black
a
and they won't
that's
boycott.
a dent. That's a
Yeah,
dent in the machine for real, for real. But again, like we said,
I mean, so yeah, that
contracts
yeah,
and
money. When you talking about
and
people
people's
money,
livelihood. Yeah, people's
yeah,
livelihood. And is it who is willing to fall on the sword for that at the end of the day for a betterment and pushing the agenda? And
yeah.
that's really asking, like, if you were a leader in this bishop, and you had a voice in this fact of the matter, would you urge and ask, whether you were in the league or you were an activist, would you petition and ask of that type of action?
If I was like over the Players Association,
If you
and
was over the player association, if you was just a player in the league, or if you was just an activist, an actor, a celebrity, someone that has influence, would you ask of that? Being when you know that this is some serious ramifications potentially. Well, let's remove the player, because you need to have some skin in the game. Because of course, if you're
mm,
a celebrity and you're like, "Hey, boycott,"
yeah,
it's not affecting you because
whatsoever, because
yeah,
you
you're just
ain't no
watching. All you
money,
do is
yeah, ain't
watching
no
the
money
game.
coming out your pocket, right?
More so, if you were a owner, the only
Co-owner,
African
owner,
American,
yeah, yeah,
would
like
you ask that?
Arena
Like,
or
now
Venus, right?
that's real. That's real skin in the game when you
When
if
money
you
is
are,
affecting you,
yeah, that's skin in the game when your money is affecting you. Would
well,
you ask that?
it's unrealistic train by Erica.
What was unrealistic, Erica? With you talking about a celebrity or just the statement in general? Go ahead, Bishop. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you good. So let me ask Erica's question. This part, don't say that, Bishop. He's blacker than some 100% black people I know. You right, absolutely right. In regards to Colin Kaepernick, when I say he's not fully black, he's biracial. But either way, I do understand what you're saying with that, Erica. Definitely. Would I ask him to boycott? That's a good question, Trey. To be honest, I don't know, man, because like you say, everybody spends their money differently. Their livelihood is different. Everybody moves differently when it comes to money. Um, would I want to ask him to do it? Yes. Would I want him to stand by it? She's saying boycott. It's
Mm-hmm.
unrealistic, Trey, in regards to boycott. Would I want them to stand by me in regards to help boycott the NFL so that we can see more black owners and more black coaches? I would definitely ask though. I would ask in a way to see, if they're able to do so. If they're not able to do so, I'm not going to hold a grudge against them and be like, oh, you're a sellout. Because like I said, everybody is different. but I think I would ask him.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about blacks. But Anthony Price, how many award shows, uh, all types of shows have we seen where our black or our African American or our minority artists, male and female, have put out some type of message for change and nothing's actually happened? Nothing's actually happened. I mean, we get messages almost every single award show or sport, you know what I'm saying, where it has celebrity or not celebrity artists that come out and say some things in their message, in their song, and yet still we get the message, but yet nothing happens from the message. It brings up a topic for people to talk about, but for that matter, it falls on deaf ears. It's no longer, that's all it is. It's a topic to be talked about, and then after that, it's no more. Nothing happens.
Definitely, Mike. We got y'all. We got you. We gonna have to link up soon and get you on the show so we can hear some of your perspective and some of the things that we should talk about.
Oh
But
yeah, Mike. Oh yeah, we definitely would love having you on here, Mike. For sure, for sure.
and then of course, actually, like Erica says, actually probably would be one team. So in this matter, Bishop,
But
I asked
Erica,
you, Erica.
but the thing is, I hear what Erica's saying, and I see her.
Mhm.
I see what she said. But it goes back to again to Colin Kaepernick. How many teams fell in line to take a knee?
Well, the
Not
teams
all
did
of
it,
them.
but of course, it didn't last long at all. And
Not
then
not
you had
not teams, but not listen, but
it's
not
split.
teams though, Trey.
Not the
It
team
was
as a whole.
plays.
Yeah,
Yes,
just
I'm
players,
talking
players
players.
on teams, and
Yeah, how
because
many
it
teams
started to
did?
seemingly it started to fracture locker rooms.
Mm-hmm.
It had people choosing sides, like we was back, you
Right,
know, saying North versus the
right.
South.
Now you
Yeah,
dividing
now this.
you
Hmm.
dividing the team within the organization, which no coach wants. You know what I'm saying? No coach wants that. Now because now you got a side on outside of your offense and your defense. Now you got a whole nother side with offense and defensive players. You know what I'm saying? No coach wants that, even though he may feel like that's the right thing to do. He don't want that because right at that time and place, the main objective is to win a Super Bowl. It's the main objective is to win these games. And if I got a divided team, that's not helping me win games because their focus is more about change than it is about playing the game. Which I personally don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. I know some people say you got to prioritize and get your stuff in order, but man, I feel like when we do see minorities come on the show, so many people say that the halftime show was horrible. The Weeknd, J-Lo, Shakira, and so on and so forth. And I think a lot of it's been racism, not the performance. With that being said, I do hate the Weeknd though. I know just an odd guy. We just need to continue to make demands and hold them accountable. I totally agree with you, Erica.
So but that was being said, like you was just saying, Bishop and Erica was talking about what's good, Jordan. Um,
What up, RJ?
so I would ask, or do you think it would make a difference if teams from other organizations or other leagues, if they
Other
was to
sports, other sports.
yeah, they just
Mhm.
if they boycotted, you know what I'm saying, they even got them. Do you think that is a greater impact? It might be unrealistic, but you know what I'm saying, it's an ideal. What if African American people of
So
other color did that, like boycotted their own league for the stand
so
up for that in
right.
sport?
So I'm gonna tell you this. This is what I think about that question, Trey, and it's a good
Hmm.
question. I think it would speak volumes if the organization, the NHL was to do it. Because we know in the NHL, I don't know, can anybody name any African American NHL player? I know there's one in there because I think,
It's a couple, it's a handful.
but a handful, right? So
So that,
for the
yeah,
whole NHL to do it and boycott for the reason in which they're boycotting for in regards to make change in the NFL in regards to ownership and coaches,
it would
I
speak
think that
volumes to other organizations
because of the
because
fact of what
they have their own stuff that's going on that's not being talked about right now. But it would start to, just like anything else, it starts to bring, you start looking at hence the reason the
right.
change in which the and that happened. Oh, you know what I'm saying, when we had the our past transgressions and problems. That changed, invoked it. The sponsors and organizations to get on the Washington Redskins behind the George Floyd situation, to get on the Washington Redskins to talk about something that had nothing to do
Commanders.
with, yeah, that had nothing to do with what was going on at the time. But it's like, now it's the time for change. And what did they did? They jumped on their ass about, hey, we need to change. We're going to pull out if you don't change the name. Now we have no longer have the Washington Redskins. We have the Washington Commanders.
Right. Right. But I just feel like Anthony. Yeah, that's just my take on it. But I do feel like what Trey asked in the question, with other organizations, other professional teams
The
of
Big
other
Five,
sports.
the Big
Yeah.
Five
Well,
leagues.
see, I don't know if the NBA would be, that wouldn't be such a big thing coming from
You
the
don't think so?
NBA. Man. Mm-mm,
Because I think it's because it is
mm-mm.
expected. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
we like we
That
said
too.
yesterday,
That
the
too.
NBA
That
is
too.
light years ahead, in my
Right.
opinion, of
Right.
where we are in equality and stuff like that in the
Hmm.
NBA.
And I think baseball wouldn't matter too much. It might matter more than the NBA, but baseball, I don't know if it would matter as much either.
So the
Being
only
one of
reason,
the oldest, I think that is one of the oldest sports out of all of them is
yeah.
baseball.
So the only reason I think it would make a difference and matter, because like we just talked about, that bottom line. If people, if people start forgetting, like, you know what, I'm not worried about no damn, you know, what I'm saying, these checks,
Right.
and start playing, and then start looking at, like, okay, take your money, you know, what I'm saying, fine me, whatever case like that, I can pay it, we'll pay it. There's going to, now you start looking at people's bottom line is being affected, and now you have a situation where it's like, this ain't got nothing to do with me, but you know what I'm saying, you got baseball games ain't being played because after the African American, or look again, people of color, or minorities, as they say, are not playing. And you got to think, especially in baseball, like, it's made up predominantly African
There it
American
is right there.
and Latins.
NASCAR too.
Yeah,
Because
NHL. Now we talking
we
about
know all
NHL,
now.
NASCAR, NBA, MLB, NFL, MLS, like all that. You know what I'm saying? Where it was a position where you did that to invoke change, but then of course it's got to stand on your laurels, and you got to be up and up about it, and be 100 with, you know what I'm saying, with the stance of what you're taking, and it starts to, like, that will basically bring everything to a screeching halt. Because right now you got to think, one of the reasons why the MLB, or Minor League Baseball Association, is not right now in the process of doing their spring training is why money.
Money.
Like, no one wants to split the money. You know what I'm saying? So if you can hold out for money, about money, why not can you hold out for a complete change across the spectrum,
Right.
for a a certain a great amount of people at the end of the day. So, and then, you know what I'm saying, I like to say
You're
that
right.
money is the root of all evil, and, or, you know what I'm saying, or money makes the world go around, and cash rules everything around me, and you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff is
Creed.
interesting. It's very interesting.
I mean,
So it's
I totally get it. I totally
so
understand.
the key. You asked me, Bishop, and
Hmm.
Key. I know there are people out there, but how many people here want to become a NASCAR driver? That your aspirations coming up? That's one of the reasons why I think there's only X amount of African American drivers in NASCAR, because that's not one of those things in which someone really wanted to do or become. But I don't know if they're if but I would be remiss to say that there's, I know, as I follow some of them that once again to NASCAR, African American women and men, and I heard it's a very hard thing to crack. But I mean, in all actuality, who wanted to be a NASCAR driver? I NASCAR drive up and down the highway all day. Gang,
Right now.
gang stuff, gang stuff in the left lane, baby. Gang stuff in the left lane. But of course, but yeah, you're saying so. It was just one of those things in which I talk about. I greatly, you know, saying, appreciate. Like I said, I feel it was going to be a. What about golf?
That's a good one. Golf is a good one too. Golf
Everything.
is a good one.
Stand up.
Golf is definitely a good one.
Hold on, change is coming.
There's a first black
Everything's gonna
woman
be
picker.
all right.
There's a first black woman. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Thug life, really,
Yeah, gang
really,
banging the left lane,
really.
baby.
Yeah,
Get to
that's
get
thug
to
life.
the get to the left lane is outie. Think about matter of fact. Think about that. That brings us up, Bishop. Remember when we used to play down in Austin, that Capital City Flag Football League, driving from Fort Hood
Mm-hmm.
to Austin to go play in that
Mm-hmm.
Capital City League, and
Mm-hmm.
how we had to always used to have to burn out to get there, and we have a caravan about 4 or 5 cars deep trying to go into the
Mm-hmm.
game, sit up
Mm-hmm.
and get in that left lane, and it was over. That's for about
Oh.
what for 50 55 miles, pedal to the pedal, pedal to the metal.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay. You can even throw tennis in there with the Williams sisters slowly moving away from the game. That's true. That's true. I mean, I would love to see it. I mean, how like to see all these different sports like y'all talking about NHL, tennis, hockey, uh, um, NASCAR, MLB, all of that to stand up for something in regards
mhm.
to for one organization like the football organization to see diversity in ownership as
Coaching
well
the
as
high
coaching.
executive position.
Man, that would be such a big statement if that could happen. But
We
like
need
like we all
we,
say, that's probably we would never.
we need to write the script for that, Bishop. I think we have potential a potential movie here. We need to sit up and
You need to write
I,
the script, boy.
yeah, maybe we need to be quiet about it so we can go ahead and write the script before
Write the
someone
script
watch the
before
show and
somebody can.
take it. Yeah, take
So
it and be
basically, you
like,
want every
yeah,
sport to
yeah.
pause until there's a change. Huge ask. It is, Erica. But just think about it. It is a very huge ask. Was it not a huge ask for the Million Man March too? Was it?
Or even Rosa Parks and that we even asked. That was even asked. That was just
That's something she just took upon
actually
herself.
yeah, it was trying to herself. So that's what it is. We
Mhm.
all know revolution. That's what it's all about. And
It's all about somebody taking the initiative and being the
mhm.
first to do it.
Kaepernick
Once
fell
you,
on the sword for it. Him and Reed because both of them was out the job.
yeah, you can write a movie. I'll give you
Anthony said he is Spike
just,
Lee.
yeah, hey, let him know, bro. Let him know. Let him know.
We in the
We got
game.
it.
We in the game.
Erica would be turned upside down. Let's go. You absolutely, absolutely, 100%, Erica, 100%. And I think it would be it make it. It would of course go down in history as something that has to happen that never happened before, where all major sports came to a halt to defend one sport.
We need to get Tyler Perry on the line. But you know what? Hold
Mhm.
up. No, cancel that because I ain't trying to wear nothing on wigs, bro. Yeah. I disregard that. Disregard.
Disregard that.
Yeah,
Never
yeah, that's
mind.
right. Spike Lee at
Leave,
work.
leave
Spike
that.
Lee at
Leave,
work.
leave that part out. Leave that part out. Yeah, man. That's crazy.
But
It
additionally,
would be
explain
good.
that if you said Bishop, that's crazy. What else is crazy is every well, for the most part, a good amount of the 2013 Washington, now the Washington Commanders team, all head coaches, McVay, LaFleur, Shanahan, and now Mike McDaniel are all coaches in the NFL. Do you think that speaks to a testament
Mhm.
of the elder Shanahan and his is that a potential? Are we talking about another coaching tree, or it just happened that way?
I think it just happened that way.
But just
To
apply for
be
jobs.
honest, I think yeah, I think it just happened that way. And to be honest with you, um, and again, I'm,
If you was to rank that group 1 to 4, who what would you do? Who would be last?
in regards to what
The those 4 coaches and as their ability. Who got
they already
Lafleur?
did, they've already done a Colin documentary. They actually got two
But
now.
yeah, they get ready to do. That's what he say. They're possibly they're right now
Oh, that's
working on
Spike Lee was doing
Spike
that one.
Lee's. Yeah, he's
Oh, I
doing
didn't know
one.
he was. Oh, I didn't know he was doing that one. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I knew. Yeah, I heard about the new one. I didn't know it was him doing it though. I didn't know he
yeah,
was
it's him.
behind it. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't
So
know that.
yes, so we have Michael LaFleur, Green Bay Packers head coach, Kyle Shanahan, Los Angeles. Oh well, Mike McVay, Los Angeles Rams head coach, Shanahan, San Francisco 49ers head coach, and now Mike McDaniel's head coach of the Miami Dolphins, who is the former San Francisco 49ers offensive coordinator. If you was to rank them 4 guys, how would you rank them 1 through 4?
I wouldn't rank him.
No,
They're not.
no. I was about to say, don't hate. Just go
No, I
ahead and say
wouldn't.
Shanahan is number one. That's all
No,
you
I
got
would
to do.
not say. Why would I say that? They're not in the Super Bowl.
Because
Why would I put them in number one? Why would he? How can he take the number
so
one spot? He's not in the
are
Super Bowl.
we saying that the Super Bowl makes or break you? That's what we're saying. That's what I hear.
Enrico, what am okay? Again, it goes back to
Shanahan has been to 2 Super Bowls.
and won how many? Okay, I'll wait. Don't worry about it. So my thing is why
I bet he was. If I named the Oklahoma Sooner coach that ain't been to a
to a what? Because you can't say nothing. They ain't been to a what? They've been to it. What ain't been to a what?
They ain't been what Oklahoma Sooner coach has been to a Super Bowl?
Super
Ah,
Bowl?
wait. Yes, has been to a Super Bowl.
Barry
Disregard.
Yeah, Barry Switzer. Don't worry about it. I wait on it. I get it to
Disregard.
you, Barry Switzer. Don't worry
Disregard.
about it. I got you. He has a national championship as well as a Super Bowl championship. Don't worry. I'll wait. Gotcha. Bow, 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 bow. Yes, sir.
But
Any
I
more
think
questions?
Shanahan, I think would be number.
He tried
I think
it.
it would be
Little bruh.
Shanahan.
Little bro.
I think
He
it would be
tried
Shanahan.
He did. He tried.
It'd be
He tried.
Shanahan.
How you
I think it would be
keep-
Shanahan, McVay.
Stop it.
Nah,
You cannot put Shanahan above McVay.
realistically.
Stop it.
But yeah, you can because he's been in 3 Super Bowls.
But has won none.
Okay, as a head coach, he's been to 1 Super Bowl.
Right.
As a head coach, he's been to 1 Super Bowl.
As a head coach, but he's been to 3. Right.
Yeah, he's been as a head coach. He's been in 1 Super Bowl.
Right.
McVay, he's currently in his 2nd Super Bowl. I would say that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the history, like I said, realistically, I would say McVay, then Shanahan, then LaFleur, and then of course because McDaniels hasn't done anything, although he has been to a Super Bowl, he just was he wasn't the coordinator. I think Shanahan.
Get out of here, dog.
Shanahan, bro.
Sean.
But you know what? I'm sorry. You know what? I'm honestly starting to wonder because I think how much of the offense in San Francisco was Mike McDaniels, and how much was actually Shanahan. So I don't know. I still got to see. We're going to see come this year.
Is there any way for us to know that though?
We won't know till this year because now he's not. Now he's no longer there, and now he's in Miami.
Okay, because
he's gone. Yeah, so we get to see. You know what I'm saying? How much, like you said, was Shanahan? How much was Mike at the end of the day? And see, you know what I'm saying, the variable. So it remains to be seen, but we'll find out. And the season starts back in August. I mean, September 15th, first
preseason game.
Well, not first preseason game. That's around because that's disregard. We'll get to that in a second. But it's definitely. But to answer Anthony's, I think Bishops is just biased, but it's just hate.
Biased,
but
bro.
I think
I'm just being honest.
So what did you see what
San
Francisco has done in the last couple of years? Where did you see? Where do you see that with Sean is more innovative?
I've seen they haven't won a Super Bowl. I've seen that. I've seen they've got come back on the Super Bowl, in the Super Bowl as well. Like I have seen all of that. I think the world's seen that. That's the thing.
Bishop, too soon, man. Too soon.
I'm just saying, bro. You saying, bro, you asking, man. And so I'm giving you what you want, man. I'm telling you that this is why you can't put Shanahan in above McVay. That's just not fair. That's not realistic, man. You can't. What, Freddie? Man, I'm just come on, man. Y'all really come put Shanahan above McVay?
Too soon, man.
They made it to Super Bowl. They came back on in the Super Bowl, man. Come on. I mean, it wasn't as bad as Atlanta's, but come on, still. Really? Come on, man. Let's call.
Let's move on.
That dude there, bro. I'm just saying he found way. Trey always trying to find ways to plug in the 49ers.
The 49ers in the Pac-12.
Every way he can. He try to find a way to plug them in there. Even if it's the team, it's the coaches, the ownership, all that. He try to find a way to plug them jokers in, bro.
So of course, We talked yesterday briefly about Joe Judge getting hired in New England, but what
Mhm.
we didn't speak about, or what we failed to emphasize, is he is not the offensive coordinator. He is an offensive assistant. So
Oh,
yeah, so
that
you know what I'm
makes a
saying. So
difference.
yeah, so I bring this up. Here's the reason I'm bringing this up is because like I said, he was coveted by the 49ers as a to come in as a special teams assistant,
Mhm.
coach, coordinator.
Mhm.
He was fired by the Carolina Panthers as the offensive coordinator.
Mhm.
So if you have one team that is asking you to come in as a special teams coordinator when you just fired as an offensive coordinator, and then the next team hires you as an offensive assistant, what does that say the to everyone else? To me, it says you was trash as an offensive coordinator, and you're not ready to take on that type of job yet. What does he
And
say
he
to
was the
you, Bishop?
offensive coordinator where?
Carolina. He got fired from
Oh.
Carolina as an offensive coordinator.
Oh yeah, it's probably yeah. Yeah.
I think they took a flyer on him, and that's the reason. But he didn't live up to it, and
Mhm.
so now he has been taken in. Might be slow, but what does offense?
Good question, Anthony. I'm thinking. I'm sitting here. That's why I'm going. I'm sitting here trying to think. Like,
I guess if
what
it's,
is an
it's like,
assistant like? What does he keep? Maybe he keep the stats. I don't know. Like
I,
I'm with you, Anthony. I'm like, what does he do? What's his job description? Like,
I would.
what,
What's the role? What's his roles and
bro? What's
responsibilities?
his role of responsibilities? Yeah, like seriously, bro. Like,
So I
you
would
got
think
me.
it sounds like he's going to be. Of course, that puts him next in line for
I guess if
offensive
he gets
coordinator.
sick, yeah,
If
if somebody
yeah,
gets
if
sick,
so to get COVID or something like
he
that. Like,
can't get
hey,
out.
Joe,
Yeah, he
Joe,
out.
you got
He out for the day
snow
or
blizzard, a
something.
blizzard or
Yeah.
something like that.
Hey,
You gotta go
assistant,
to
you're in.
appointment.
Hey, assistant, you're
Joe,
in.
hey JJ, let's go.
JJ, you're in.
So yes,
Wow.
but then again, I wonder how many, like, that sounds like it's two or three offensive assistants that you got there. Like
Yeah,
it's a like so
bunch
you
of
know
them.
what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like you don't know. So am I the lead, or you know what I'm saying, what's going on?
Yeah,
But
am I the lead assistant?
so it starts
Oh,
to
I don't know.
the
That's a
plot
good question,
thickens.
bro. Yeah,
The plot
that is a
thickens.
good question.
But who
He the
was?
assistant to the assistant. It's a job y'all would want. It's the one calling the plays,
I don't know.
and it plays well. I
I
mean,
mean,
Erica, I'm gonna be completely honest. Any job in the NFL, I'll take.
the ball
Man,
boy.
I
If
take.
the ball
I,
boy play well, I'm out there giggling in
man,
that little vest and everything.
man, man. If it's the clipboard holder,
If
I'm
I'm the
there.
dude
I'm
that's
gonna
holding the coach back, like, coach, get back, get back, get back. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing it. I'm on deck.
man. If I'm holding clipboard, I'm gonna be the best clipboard holder you ever seen.
If you know how, you know what I'm saying, every once in a while they sit up and spotlight you and be like, hey, he's like, there goes Sean Davis, retired art 21 year retired veteran.
Yep.
And look how he holds that clipboard.
No one holds the board like Davis does. No one.
And if it was
Boy.
John Madden, you hear a boom with a circle with the telestrator. Look how he has a 3-finger grip on the clipboard.
Yeah. I'll be the best line painter out there. I'll be the best
Symmetrical,
line.
talk about, you know what I'm saying, get down in it. He's like,
No.
what? You be out there laying down and looking at the line sideways, and they be like, what's wrong with this? Like, no, you
Bruh.
just gotta,
I'll go out there.
watch it.
Trey, I'm telling you, I'll be a tea cleaner. I'll clean all the cookie teas. I'll be that dude out there cleaning it. Hey, don't use that one. It leans to the left a little bit. Don't use that one. We're working on that.
It's a little water in the upper left-hand corner.
It's a little warped. Hey, don't use that tea. I'm guarantee you use that tea, you're gonna miss. Don't use that tea. I'm here. I am the tea holder. I take care of the tea. Remember, like the key holder or Matrix? I am the tea holder.
Or like
I hold all the teas. I got all the teas. Tell me.
Or what was the role that Will Smith played where he was the caddy? he went down as the African American history as a top caddy or something. I can't think. Is it the Legend of Bubble Bill? I have to look it up. But yeah,
I don't think I've seen that one.
yeah, it's a good
But
movie.
I'm
It's
telling you,
from
bro.
a while back. But yes, I exactly get what you're saying.
Bro,
Oh,
any
yeah.
position. Erica said that perfectly. I'll take any position on the field, bro. The towel bringer. I'll bring every towel. Hey, where's the towel bringer? Where's dude, I'll bring them. I'll bring all the towels. I'll bring the
If
heat.
I got Bagger Vance. Thank you, Dante.
Bagger
Bagger
Vance.
Vance.
Bagger Vance.
Bagger
I
Vance.
hadn't watched that. I never
I'll
watched
be if I got to, I'll be the person. I'll be the wheel, the person under the bank. What's those heated benches,
it. Mm-hmm.
rolling the wheel to make sure they stay hot.
With a lighter.
All they gotta do is hit the. All they gotta do is hit it. All they gotta do is hit it twice to make me go faster. Like, and I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, I go.
Absolutely, bro. I don't have a problem with that at all, whatsoever.
But yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying, at this point, it's all jokes. But when we look at it, of course, you got to do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Being I be in full, I be able. So once everyone else take their stance and decide to boycott, I'm boycotting too,
Yep.
unless they're offering good money. It's like, hey,
Better and a better job. Yeah,
you're the
you've been
you're
promoted.
the office assistant now. Hey, let's go.
Hey.
I've been trying to run this like that commercial where the dude's like, I've been watching sports live on Hulu all day, and he takes off the mask. He's like, a hook shot from the half court. They'll never see that coming.
Oh shoot, that's over. We laughing, but now you see why a boycott won't happen.
Oh yeah, because then he wanted a chance. He dangled a
Because
little
you're right.
change in front of somebody's like,
We've all
hey,
we've all seen the replacements.
I go from making $10 an hour to making 100,000 a year. Hey,
Yeah, we've all seen the replacement. It's a matter of time. It's a bunch of
someone's waiting. Someone's out
yeah,
there waiting.
it's a bunch of people out there not playing in the NFL would love to come in and take an NFL check to play football for those that's for those people for those players that's boycotting. So we totally get it, Erica.
It's a little
Totally
off topic, but do you have a price, Bishop?
As far as
wait, hold up.
everybody got a price.
Look on your face. She was like, "Wait, hold up. What I'm doing?"
As far as what? Because everybody got a price. So next man up, Erica. Say that part.
So just in general, do you have a price?
Or yeah, like I said, I feel like everybody.
It's a pretty high price.
Yeah, I think everybody has a price.
Is it astronomical? Or
oh yeah, it's definitely gonna set my family up for life. Oh yeah.
It's going to give generational wealth right there.
Oh yeah. Hey, babe, stop working. They didn't call me. They didn't call me up, baby. My time has come, babe. It might be short lived, but it's here. It's here, babe. It's here.
If I had one wish.
Yeah, it's here, babe. I got it. Oh, stop working. Move everybody. Sell everything in the house. Let's go. We gone. We're gonna live on this one time. Yes, that's what I said, Taylor. Replacement sequel, bro. That's all it is. He about to do something strange. You know, Erica, you know it. You already know, man. But I do feel like everybody has a price. Mm-hmm. I feel like like she said, next man, Erica said it perfectly, the next man. So if they do boycott, and that's probably with any sport, any sport, whether it be NHL, MLB, we know a lot of these organizations have semi-pro teams and waiting in the balance to see we the best in my best DJ Khaled voice.
You're special.
Yeah, another one. And you know what I'm saying? Let's go. But yeah, so yeah, there's always people waiting in the balance to try and get an opportunity to take advantage of, their skill set and be able to put it on stage and let everybody see it. So yeah. That's probably right. You're right, absolutely right, Erica. That's probably why it would probably never happen. Half now, half later. Facts.
Half now, half later.
Facts now, Anthony Price. Facts now.
I don't know. So I'll be honest. You'll say it'll be transparent while I was serving, bro. Of course, we was never. I often wondered like who had a price when it came to certain things. Like, of course, we've been on different missions, deployments, and all that type of stuff. And if it ever came a situation in which there was an opportunity for someone to pay me for something in the military, I don't think I would have took it, especially when we talk about that, because I think, in my opinion, the punishment outweighed the reward. And so in that match, so of course I wouldn't have done it then. But then I think, like, what if it was something like selling food off the back dock? Like, while I was a rations person, like, what that, you know what I'm saying, what could they did? It busted me, got rid of me, I don't know. But you know what I'm saying, but it's just one of those things. But I often wondered about that as I would watch people when I moved from the being a restroom NCO to being an assistant manager, then of course it changed because it's like, oh no, you ain't about to get me. I ain't about to go down for this too. So of course it depends on the situation and in which different things change at the end of the day. But like you said, everyone has a price. Potentially, I don't know what my price is. If it came down to that, in general, would I be able to be would I level a levy on my beliefs and excuse me, my morals in order for a quick paycheck or a payday, even if it bring generational wealth. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with that, and I'm very sure it start to eat and consume you. But uh, at this point, it's just all jokes, fun and games. Uh, exactly, Dante. Take that, take that, take that. So additionally, I don't know, saying any Baltimore Ravens fans, the Baltimore defensive coordinator Wink Martindale has been hired by the New York Giants to take on the same post as the defensive coordinator. So if there's any New York Giants fans out there, uh, they seem to be making a lot of moves as far as executives and those type of positions to basically make a push. I don't know if it's all the GM or with suspect of object. I suspect it's the GM, their new GM that is making these moves and trying to push along, get some of the greater minds that's out there. So I asked this question to y'all. Please feel free to chime in. If you were a GM, true that, Dante. So if you were a GM in this news, a GM in general, let's just not a GM in the NFL, because that's what we talk about right now. Would you look to hire new talent that you think is up and coming, or are you going with the old guard and what you've seen that you kind of could rely on? What are you willing to stake your job on? Some new talent and giving them an opportunity because it sounds good. You think they're working, they're going to be effective, or are you going with the old guard people that have been cast off here and there that you believe still has some type of something left in the tank, but it's subjective. Where are you going? You going old or new? Let me know in the comments. uh, Desperate for a ring chasers. So would that make a difference, Taylor? If you was a ring chaser and you're looking at because I believe that at the end state, that's what everyone is competing for. I mean, of course, it's a paycheck, but at the end of the game, you want to basically say that you're a champion and you brung this championship to your city. So the new talent versus old talent, do you think that makes a difference? Okay, okay. So, Anthony, is that building off of using the newer talent? I mean, of course, I think so. It build a young team, for the future. Fit the scheme. Okay, okay. So a lot. It seems like a lot of y'all saying the same thing. You're going with the newer, probably innovative, different ways of doing things. Um, I don't know myself. I think I try to have a mixture. I think it aligns to what some of y'all saying, but I try to have a mixed bag to where if it can mesh well, because sometimes you need that old. So think about it. We like all the new music, you know what I'm saying? We bob our heads and rock with a bevy of different sorts of music. At the base of the music, if you base it, always have a little bit of old. We always need a little bit of old that needs to bring forth our visions, I believe. Like you said, it's subjective. Going with someone new allows for fresh ideas and possibly a different approach. I like to go with someone new. Okay, I could get down with that. Anthony, we're not gonna do this right now. We're not gonna do this right now. I think it's harder to chase rings in the NFL than it is in the NBA anyway. But we're not gonna do this right now. We're not gonna do that right now. It's too soon, Anthony. Too soon. They just lost last night. Too soon. Um, but yeah, so so but like I said, y'all seem to go with the same rhetoric where you have the coaches, the younger coaches, the younger pursuing younger talent might be a better fit. Like if you start to see, like let's Coach McDaniel's now head coach of the Miami Dolphins is only 38 years old. As opposed to think about back in the day, the old guard, usually a head coach was in the 50s, 60 years old, or something like that. Now you starting to get coaches as early as young as 34 years old. Those are considered to be the new innovation um, in the game. So maybe, and that's what's starting to get hired for these jobs at the end of the day. So definitely, I can be in agreement with that. So I'll definitely be completely in agreement with that keep an old head and everybody like some capacity. Of course, to be advisor, I agree, Dante, to be an advisor, to be able to give some credence, and what I'm saying, sometimes you got to be re-erected. I know in my own personal job currently, of course, me coming in as a newer person in the game and thinking I have a bunch of innovative ideas to make things happen, to do jobs, but of course you need that older person that's been around for a while to kind of like keep your compass on the right, on the going north, and because you might get a little too far left or east, I mean west, west or east to your to the conversation and the planning, and then everything goes off the rails. But of course, they help you. I think having an advisor around someone older help keeps you in the parameter. So that way, if it when you start talking about doing things, it starts to help him. Like, you know what, you might be right. Let's mix some of this with that and see what we get. So I think, Anthony, I think Danny Dimes is, I ain't gonna say pretty close to Josh, but I think he has some upside. I don't know if we talk a Josh Allen, but I mean that'd be interesting to see. And then you think the ball is going to do that? You think the ball has that in him? I mean, of course, that's probably one of the reasons he got hired. But do you think the ball has the ability to turn Daddy Dimes into a Josh Allen type? Let me know in the comments if that's what y'all think. Uh, as to what Anthony was saying about Daniels, the current starting quarterback for the New York Giants, to become a Josh Allen type. And then Josh Allen, of course, the quarterback that almost ended Kansas City in this year's playoffs. What should have ended them, but I mean that's a different story. So continue on some topics that we have. What's going on, Applewhite? How you doing, sir? Glad to have you on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dante. Like Josh, like it took me a while. I had to sit up and look at it, but over the course of like I think the last 2 years, I really, really, really like, what I'm saying, Josh is that dude. Like, and I could sit here and lie and say I would like to have him in San Francisco, but honestly, when you look at it, it's certain things and it's certain matters where you got to look at it. Like at the end of the day, you don't know what that person would be if he was in a certain organization. Would Aaron Rodgers have been Aaron Rodgers had the 49ers drafted him when they had the opportunity? Would Deshaun Watson be Deshaun Watson if the 49ers had got him when they had the opportunity? You don't know. True. We was just having a discussion. Anthony Price brought up that he believes that the ball is going to turn Daddy Dimes into a Josh Allen type.
Who?
The Giants is going to make their quarterback Daniels um, a player like Josh Allen.
Mm.
In which he's bringing up, he runs the ball well and has arm power. He
Yeah,
just
he
needs arm
does.
power, but
I'll wait to see that. I'd have to see that. Josh is going to be a problem for the defense. He is. I totally agree. 100%.
matter of fact, it's funny, Dante. Dante, since you're on, what do you think about this? And Bishop, of course, state your piece. Louis Riddick is being interviewed for the GM position for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dante, I know this is your squad, so of course, let us know what you think. But do you think this is a potential good look for the the Pittsburgh Steelers to have Louis Riddick and Mike Tomlin together?
Mm. He does not have Josh Allen type of receivers.
Well, in my opinion, Josh Allen don't have good receivers. I mean, Gabriel Davis came out of nowhere.
He did. He was, yeah. He had
They
that big game, and then all of a sudden
in the
people
playoffs.
started
Yeah,
talking about him. Yep.
yeah. But yes, Louis Rick, potential Green Bay. Not Green Bay. I don't know why Green Bay's on my mind. Potential Pittsburgh Steelers GM as he's going through
Mm.
interviews. I didn't even realize that the Pittsburgh Steelers didn't have a GM.
I didn't either. I was just about to say when did they lose their GM where they
Exactly.
needed that GM? I didn't know nothing about that. Mm.
When I came across the last night, I was like, "What?" I was like, "When?" But it's interesting. So Tomlin, this would be the first time. Will it be the first time? Yeah.
What?
Well, no, it won't be the first. I was about to say first time that a GM and a African American GM and head coach have been put together. Okay,
Who was the other
Dante
one?
Science. It wasn't. That's
Oh,
just it. It wasn't.
oh,
Uh,
I thought you. I thought you
yeah,
was
I thought so.
recanting saying.
I was thinking about Newsom when he was in Baltimore, but that was different. That was they still had Harbaugh. I was thinking head coach. I was thinking quarterback and GM at that point.
Okay, yeah. Still, GM just stepped down in the off season. Oh, okay. He
Mm.
just stepped down. Oh wow. I mean, I must have missed that. I
Mm.
didn't hear about that. That was real quiet. It seemed like.
Yeah, but that goes to show the Steelers do business differently than the rest of the league.
True.
It's,
True.
it's a PR move, Anthony.
Yeah. Oh, a PR move. Wow.
Yeah, but like the Steelers move different in the league.
They do.
They,
I totally agree with you. They definitely move different.
the Rooney family definitely moves different.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, and then I wonder will they take the added consulting from Mike Tomlin on who he wants as a GM and feel like he'll be able to work with. I'm very sure if
Mm-hmm.
Tomlin said he doesn't think he's going to be able to work well with that person, they're probably not hiring that individual, whether it be Louis Riddick
You
or
think he got
anything.
that much pull?
I think he has enough pool. He probably doesn't have that much, but I think he has enough to be considered in a conversation and be like, "Hey, coach, we thinking about going this way. What do you think? What have you heard about him in the league?
Mm-hmm.
So on and so forth." So that way you can be like, "Okay, yeah, oh yeah, stand that guy." I could, because at the end of the day, he has to work with this individual,
Facts.
and I think he's earned enough. I think he has burnt enough rapport to where, especially when you look at what they're facing, like they don't have a quarterback right now.
Yeah.
So
Well, they do. They do. They just
I mean,
don't.
yeah.
Well,
Technically,
they
yes, they
don't.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I'm very sure the owner's been watching and be like, "Oh, what's up with this this Randolph kid, Haskins?
Yeah.
Are they enough?"
Nah.
But you got to be like,
Nah.
could be. I don't know. You ready for your
They'll
first
probably
win of the
keep one
season?
of them. They'll probably keep one of them, but
Yeah,
some of them somebody got to go.
yeah. Quarterback competitions. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, but somebody got to go.
because Haskins, the way he got done, I mean, he got ousted
Out in
after.
Washington.
Yeah, but they said he was immature. I don't think he was ready to be a
Mm,
NFL professional because they
mm.
said he didn't do a lot of things. So
Haskins wasn't nothing coming out of Ohio State to me anyway, though.
he just had that one game or one
Yeah,
season.
he was never that dude to me coming out of Ohio State. I thought he was well overrated when they brought him out. Get rid of Rudolph. I knew you was gonna say that, Dante. I knew you was gonna
Yeah,
say
come
get
on,
rid of
Dante.
Mason. I
No,
knew he was gonna say
no
that.
bias, no bias,
He can't
Dante.
be
But
biased because
although they do, yeah,
Mason
they do
Rudolph
need to
came
get
from
rid of
Oklahoma
Rudolph.
State.
Yeah,
Mason
yeah.
Rudolph came from
Okay,
Oklahoma State.
Big
So
12. Look at that.
Hey, Oklahoma State though,
Be still Big 12.
but he ain't
A
Oklahoma.
big, a Big 12
He ain't
candidate.
Oklahoma.
A Big 12 talent. That's
Mhm.
what you have there. I
Yeah,
understand. I
we got
get it.
we got two Big 12 talents in the. Well, we got more than two Big 12 talents. We got a plethora of talents going to the Super Bowl, guy.
We're
So
not
we're not worried
P.
about a
We're
Mason
not
Rudolph. We're not.
Ron
He's a
guy. Really?
yes, Samaji Piran. Yes,
No,
yes,
guy.
yes,
Stop it.
yes,
Stop.
yes. Samaji
Dante,
Piran.
get your brother. Dante, get your
If you
brother.
can add Kyle Shanahan over Sean McVay, really? Oh yeah, I'm definitely putting Piran in it. Yes, he's in the Super Bowl. He is a Big 12 player. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As well as
Ron.
you really not gonna mention Joe Mixon, You just left that off. You're not gonna
No,
mention.
Joe Mixon is the truth. I'll give you that.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's no dispute, Joe. I got
Your head
it.
coach is black. Your defense corner is black. You're about to hire a black GM. They just need a black QB now. Cool. Hey, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
All the way around.
hey,
So
black quarterback. There's some out there too.
Yeah. So additionally, what's also going on, which that's why it's like we'll talk about it later, is now the Prime Amazon Prime has exclusive rights to Thursday Night Football.
Huh?
Yeah, Amazon Prime now is the home of Thursday Night Football. So you know it used to be on
How?
NFL Network.
Yeah. What is? I
Purchase
don't get it. I don't.
purchase them rights, them rights. They purchased. They outbid it. I guess they outbid the NFL Network for Amazon Prime, or outbid whoever with the NFL, and they and now
But
Thursday
what
Night
does
Football
Amazon have? What are they
they do
showing the
they do
game
live
on
streaming on Amazon. You gonna have to have the app. It's live streaming
for Thursday night football?
for Thursday Night Football. They purchased the rights to exclusive Thursday Night Football.
Tell me, y'all, all those are watching the Dantes, the Taylors, the Anthonys, the APs. How do y'all feel about watching Thursday night football on Amazon Prime? Just let me know. I just want to know. I want to see if y'all thoughts are like my thoughts.
Hey, you know, tell it it's going to be. You never know what it might be. We might be watching Monday Night Football on Disney Plus at some point. I don't
Stop,
know.
bro. Stop.
You never know. Money, like we said, money make things move.
You ain't lying. So now,
Why
like I said,
so,
bad move
Dante?
on both
Bad move
parties,
on both parties. Why is
in my
that?
opinion. In my opinion. So now you saying, so now you saying I can watch the game on Alexa
Yeah,
on
Alexa, turn
show
on Thursday night
Alexa show? I
football.
can say Alexa show play Thursday night's NFL game.
Yeah, and it's going to sure,
Oh
Sean.
wow, that's
So
crazy. I mean, I guess that ain't a bad idea because you mean Alexas is everywhere. They got them all over the place, so I guess
I,
that's not a bad idea.
I don't have Alexa.
Well, what you got?
Oh, you know how I get down, baby. Come on,
Oh
stop
my
it.
god!
You know how I get down.
Here you
Apple
go,
every
bro.
Apple
Don't do that.
Apple
Don't do
Plus,
that.
Apple Plus, Apple
Don't do
Plus.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because Apple, we all know our Apple is garbage. Because the average fan would not stream it from Amazon when they just had it on regular TV.
They will now if they want to see it.
So they get so basically you're saying you're not going to be able to watch a Thursday night game unless you have Amazon Prime.
Unless you have Amazon Prime. You can
Wow.
stream it. You can stream it. Just like they have, you know what I'm saying, Hulu has live sports now, Amazon Prime. Like everyone's getting into the stream game. That's basically what it comes
Yeah.
out.
Well,
But
yeah.
now
Saw that
but of
too.
course, so now they have purchased the right to show exclusively Thursday night football um Amazon Prime. Because you know for the good time it was locked down on NFL Network. Just
Mm-hmm.
like how just the same way in which Monday Night Football was locked down on ABC, and then it went from ABC to I don't know where it went to. Now it's on ESPN, which is still the same thing.
Somebody look at this. Somebody look at this. We got Amazon. We got football on Amazon Prime. Somebody look at this. Well, it is what it is. Changing of the guard, changing of the time, baby.
Hmm.
I wanted Nickelodeon to get the right. There he goes with that Apple garbage. You know, little bro, I don't know what to
I
tell you,
know.
man.
Get
You just can't
get your
tell you.
bro. You know what?
You
It
just
goes
can't
back to
tell.
you missed our conversation, Sean. You missed our Bishop. You missed our conversation. We is having a conversation about saying how if you would prefer if you was a GM, would you build your team by hiring the new and innovative talent, or would you go with the old talent? In this conversation, y'all are the old talent.
Mhm.
Y'all are the old talent.
Really?
Yes,
That's what we're going with.
Samsung
That's what we're going with,
is old
Trey.
talent. Apple is the
Are you?
new.
Hey, listen, y'all. I need y'all to look at. I'm looking right at y'all right now, man. All of y'all that's on this, all 7 of y'all. I need y'all to look, and I need y'all to understand. Do not say. Everyone knows Apple follows Amazon. I mean,
It
follows
does.
Android.
It does.
Follows that.
It
So
does.
everything in which Apple is doing, Android did a year or so before
It
already.
did. But
Y'all
you
are
know what Apple did?
behind. Y'all are behind us. So until y'all catch up or get above us,
You know
Apple
what
is
Apple?
just what it is,
You know Apple.
garbage.
Apple has Apple does that. There's their strength. There's no lie about that. I see truth in everything what you just said. But
So there it is.
What Apple does is they go and they make it better.
No, what have they made better? What they have
They make
yet they've yet to make up. They've yet
wait
Apple
for it.
does not have
Wait for it.
Apple does not have
You better say
a
nothing about no
foldable
phone that
phone.
phone.
Apple does not have a foldable
You
phone.
did not just say it. You did not just. Does Chantel have a Apple or Android?
She has an Apple.
Thank you, Chantel.
That's why she
Thank
sleep
you.
in the room by herself. That's why she got her own room. Apple. She got Apple. I tell her all the time, Apple, man, we ain't nobody eating lunch. Nobody want an Apple. We ain't got no teachers around us. Nobody want an Apple for lunch. No.
Team Apple, appreciate y'all. Thank you. Yes, Chantel,
ain't no Team Apple. Ain't nobody say nothing Team Apple up here. Stop it.
I'm saying it.
Yeah,
thank you, Chantel. Because I was just saying that to bring forth Chantel say I thought this was a sports show. It is Team Apple. That's exactly
Team
how we're
Apple
going to
is
Team Apple versus Team Android.
Do. They do. Ain't nobody. Come on, man. I just really Trey Apple make the same phone every year.
White. Appreciate
no. Go back. Go back to the other one, Trey. What? Every year, Samsung's are. Thank you, Anthony Price. Thank you, sir. Thank you. They make the same phone every whole house.
Look, thank you. It's there.
Chantel, if you don't get off the phone and do some work, Chantel, if you don't get off the phone and do some work,
Team Apple, baby. Let's get it.
No, Team Doodoo. That's what that is. Ain't no Apple phone.
If
man.
Apple would change your life, if you
Apple
just
will not.
try it. Apple would change your life. They will import your old adage. They will import
if it's
your
not
phone.
Broke, don't fix it.
They will import
if
your
it's
number.
Not broke, don't
fix
it.
Number, bro. You can keep the same number.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. Apple does not have a folding phone. They don't have a folding phone. Where is that at?
Who wants a folding phone? Only an Android user.
The world wants a folding phone. Come on, Eric. I was just liking you, man. I was just Apple would change your life for the worse. That part. Apple has a phone. Apple don't have a. They don't even have a flip phone. We have a flip.
Who wants a flip phone?
Oh my god, bro! Every time, you know what? I've yet to see anybody when me and my wife are out. I know we ain't talking sports, but I gotta get on Trey because Trey always try to say something about that Apple. Every time we out, right? We could be sitting eating dinner at Texas Roadhouse or some restaurant, whether it be Olive Garden or something. We could be sitting down. She's sitting across from me. I'm sitting on, we sitting there. We both pull out our phones. No one ever ask her, oh, what Apple phone is that? No one ever asked her that. You know why? Because they're too busy asking me, is that the fold? How do you like it? That's what happened. I just won't be able to tell when you read my text. Really, Erica? That's where we going with that? No one asked Chantel about because everyone trying to figure out why you taking photos with Apple just an easy phone to break into. That part too, Anthony Price. Chantel, I'm gonna tell you what, if you don't carry your butt somewhere, sit down. I'm taking pictures with it. Oh my gosh. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good one though. That was a good one.
Drop the mic. So of course, like
oh man.
So I asked this question, you know what I'm saying, additionally, as we continue with the we ride off with Team Apple with the win. I asked you, Bishop, are the commanders and Ravens contenders for next season to get into the playoffs at least? Do you think that's
say that again, bro? Because you broke up.
Would you say yes to all three teams? Oh, I'm sorry. The Commanders, who were 7-10 this year, the Broncos, who were 7-10 this year, and the Ravens, who were 8-9 this year. Do you see them as contenders to make the playoffs next year?
The Commanders,
the Washington Commanders,
and the Ravens. You said
the Ravens and the Broncos.
Will any one of those three make the playoffs?
Yeah. 7-10. I know. Well, I know Washington. I know it's like a bad.
I feel like the Ravens will.
I
feel like the Ravens will make the playoffs. I feel like
I think
Lamar hurt them a lot this past season with injuries and stuff like that. And I agree with Taylor right there. Broncos need a quarterback first because I don't know if
Yeah, Teddy's a free
Teddy
agent.
gonna be able to do it. Yeah, I don't know. Teddy can't stay healthy out there for one. So, but if they do, yeah, I agree with Taylor. If excuse me, if the Broncos get a quarterback, Commanders no Broncos no Ravens.
I think the
Yeah,
Commanders are going to count the quarterback. They get
I think they need a
Chase
quarterback too.
back. They get
Mm,
Chase back next year. They already got a receiving core, in my opinion.
right.
They have a pretty good running back. I think if they get a quarterback, someone
Mm-hmm.
effective to move the ball,
Mm-hmm.
you got to think with Heineke. Heineke got him 7 games, and saying he was
He
pushing
did.
the envelope. I think
But
even
can he get him through? Like, can he get him through the season to get him in the
Well,
playoffs?
that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to be the quarterback. I think they need a quarterback if they can get one of the people like we keep on hearing Jimmy Garoppolo's name.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I think they make a
Make a
play.
run. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My opinion is Dallas, the Ravens, the Broncos. If they get a quarterback, I don't know about in Washington. I don't know. Yeah, it all depends on what they do with their quarterback situation. And they're pretty much the same for the Denver Broncos too on who they bring in as quarterback to replace Teddy.
I can appreciate your unbiased opinion because I know they're in y'all division, and so to
Yeah,
sit up and say that, yeah, I can appreciate that.
yeah,
Um, So, speaking of divisions, the Bengals have touched down in LA as
they
we get
did.
closer to the season's
They
last
did.
game of the year. Of course, that being the Super Bowl 56. So, Bishop, I
They
ask
did.
you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Which duo is better? Stafford and Cup or Burrow and Chase? Who you rocking with?
They even,
Oh, I didn't
in my
expect that.
opinion. Yeah,
I
they
didn't
even,
even
in my
expect that.
opinion.
They
Yeah,
kind they kind of have different things, but like I guess I can understand where you say they're even where
yeah.
it's two different duos, but
Mm-hmm.
they're still the same.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. Two different duos, but they're still the same. I totally agree with that. I mean, you could say Cup is the black version of Chase, or Chase is the white version of
A cup.
Cup. Yeah, you know what I'm saying when it's all said and done. And Matthew and Matthew just has more um of
I mean,
experience
he's
than.
experienced. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
experienced.
he's
Right.
more experienced. He's definitely more
He's
experienced
played.
than.
He's played with saying top
Yeah,
receivers
right,
and
right.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's definitely more experienced than Joe. However, though, Joe has come like you. If you was just born yesterday, you would have thought Joe has been in the league for years by the way he plays the game. You know what I'm saying? You would think he had at least 10 years under his belt how he's playing the game at such a high level. So, yeah, you would think him and Matthew Stafford came in at the same time. In other words,
What
by the
if you
way
was
he's playing,
what if you were to flip the quarterbacks? What do you think
it'd be the
about that?
same.
You
I
think it
think
would
it'd
be the
be.
same? Stafford and Chase, you think would still be the same?
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think
do.
actually I think it would be a dip actually, bro.
And who for who
I think Stafford and Chase would get the
the edge?
yeah,
Why?
because Stafford, I mean, even though I believe Stafford's arm is getting weak, but we all know Stafford has usually been a gunslinger, and we're having that speed to blow the top off and Chase that would be more conducive to his style. When we look at Burrow and Cup, I don't know. I think
But
it'll
who
take
has
a
the
while.
best? But which team has the better second receiver?
Oh, of course,
Because
it's Rams.
so think about that. So that's why if I'm gonna give an edge to anybody, I would probably give it to Joe because Joe has
He's going
because he would have Cup.
and
He'd
he would
be
feed them.
feed him at that. Now, what? But then again, I hear what you're saying because Matthew would have Joe Mixon. He would have Joe Mixon coming out the backfield and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I say it's even. In my opinion, that's why I say it's even. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Matthew has more interception facts, and that's another thing. And then that's why again I go back to being even. Those two things right there. I would say it's even. Burrow would have more weapons. However, both had good second receivers, still even.
Mm. For the Washington, in my opinion, the Washington Rams by far has a better receiving core.
Receiver core, I think too. I think they got the edge over the Bengals in receiving core, in my opinion.
Hmm.
In my opinion.
So we all know this is BHM Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to sit up and ask
As y'all can
a
see,
question. Oh yeah,
his
okay,
story
okay,
is his
yeah,
story is right there. The cut. Historians right there, y'all.
So I asked this question, Bishop. I'm gonna name
Legend.
a couple. I want to name a couple of names that
Mm-hmm.
presumably can be seen legends in the game,
Mm-hmm.
as we come to our African American counterparts that have played the game. And I
Mm-hmm.
want you to tell me what status do you give them as an African American quarterback?
What are
Even the
those?
goat status or boat status?
Okay, I can do
Okay,
that. Okay.
first quarterback, African American, Black History Month representing. Michael Vick, goat or boat?
As a black African American quarterback, right?
Quarterback. Yeah, yes.
I can give him GOAT status.
Oh, really? Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why so? That's interesting.
Because
I still had to think about it, but well, I'd like to
I
hear
think
your.
because of the fact that don't
He
get
was
me
like a
wrong,
first. Well, he wasn't the
he
first
wasn't the
first.
first, but and that's what
Yeah.
I was going to say. He wasn't the first because we had Doug Williams, we had the Warren Moons, we had the Steve McNairs, we had all those guys before him. However, none of those guys did it at a level the way Vic did it. Vic changed the game. Vic was
He
like the Vic
innovated it. I
was like
mean, he evolved it.
yeah, Vic was like the Allen Iverson of NFL football. Not so much in fashion and the way he dressed, but just how he played the game. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? He was coming out there and you was just look like Vic was the Barry Sanders of quarterbacks.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He was the Barry Sanders of quarterbacks. Like you, when you went and watched Vic play the game, you knew you was about to see some work. Ankles taken, just outright, just outrunning people who you wouldn't think he would outrun. And he's just doing it. And then he a left-handed gunslinger, left-handed. It was something about the way the lefties throw their ball compared to a right-handed gunslinger.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
I never caught a ball from a left hand player, but I've heard it's like
they
different
yeah
because the
they throw
ball
the
spins
ball.
different.
Yeah, the ball, and it looks and as a receiver, it looks different. It comes at you differently. Yeah, it's something about a left-handed passer. It's crazy. So I would put him at GOAT status.
All right, next one. Of course, is what Derek can say. Dante Culpepper, goat or boat?
So Dante, that was another one before Vic. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit before Vic, though. Not too many years before Vic. So he was
Mhm.
around the same time. But Dante, I would put him at boat status. Dante was a good
Boat.
quarterback. Boat. I mean, you got to give him props because of the fact that what made him made him a boat was the fact that he um he had Randy Moss and one of the
Hmm.
best receivers to play the game. So when you have a receiver where you just got to throw it in the vicinity of where he is, he's gonna make a play on it. You can't help but be great. You know what I'm saying? You can't help but be great. So shouts out to that. And the Minnesota Vikings when they had him and I forget the other wideout they had over there. Oh, Carter.
Carter,
Dante,
yeah,
yeah, Carter,
Chris
yeah,
Carter.
Carter, yeah, bro. He had a tandem. He had a tandem, bro. And I want to say they had a nice tight end at that time too. He had a tandem, bro. Like for real. Like Dante had a nice team behind him that was playing. And then remember Randall was on defense, so
Hmm.
they had a nice John Randall they had a nice squad. Period. So yeah, but I'm gonna give him both status.
Okay, Steve McNair.
One of the greats.
So
He
he's good.
he
Do you think
you
he
know
even push?
he
Do
made
you
it to
think
the
he?
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say. Do you think even Stephen McNair pushes into the boat status of all when you could take it into all quarterbacks
Mhm.
in general, not just
Yeah,
Black African American, but all?
yeah,
He's
yeah,
probably
definitely.
boat status.
Yeah, because with him and not Isaac Bruce, but who was his
Who was this?
um
He had George as a running back.
yeah, he had
Uh,
Eddie. Yeah,
who was
Eddie.
this?
He had a couple.
Who was his
He was a
receiver?
lot like Dante too. He had a tandem of wide receivers over there in Tennessee too. I can't call their name right now, but he had a tandem of 10 wide receivers over there with him in Tennessee when they won that Super Bowl that year. So yeah, and their defense was wild. So I could give him I could give him I could give him GOAT status because
Boat
he played
status.
for it. Yeah, I can give him GOAT status. I can give Steve McNair GOAT status. I hate to know that he's no longer here,
Hmm.
was murdered or whatnot, but murder suicide. But yeah, rest in peace to Steve McNair.
A throwback to your old squad. You know, what I'm saying one of two that's on this list.
Boat.
Randall Cunningham.
Oh, Randall
Off the
Cunningham.
rip.
No, I thought you were talking. I thought you was
About the
about to
other
say.
one.
I thought you was about to say Donovan McNabb.
You wait, hold up. So, well, go ahead and answer this because it's gonna probably bring up the question. It's gonna probably preface the next question I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
ask. So, Randall Cunningham.
goat. He's
Okay,
definitely
go,
a goat.
go.
Yeah, yeah. Brandon Cunningham was one of the ones that did it before there was a Vic,
That's
before
what I
there was
said
a
before.
Force
Vic. That's
Pressure.
what made me change my mind. I was like,
Yeah,
Vic.
before there was a
Vic
Lumiere.
grew, definitely expanded it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Evolved it, but
right.
Randall used to be the man.
Randall
Like,
was the first one to do it though. Randall was that dude.
so that's interesting. So, Randall and McNabb go.
McNabb?
You
No,
said you
McNabb
said.
is not a goat.
Oh, he's a boat.
McNabb is boat.
Okay. I thought you said goat when I was getting ready to say.
No, boat. No, I was saying
Okay,
boat.
okay, he's
Boat.
boat.
Yeah, McNabb is definitely a boat in my opinion. He,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
he had some great receivers in Terrell Owens. He had a few other ones. Then he had Westbrook in the backfield. He
Mhm.
had some. We had a tandem of receivers who uh it wasn't just Terrell Owens. We had a few other guys that was pretty decent when McNabb was back there, man, and was making split. Now McNabb, he was a special type of dude, man. Came out of Syracuse, big guy, kind of
Mhm.
reminds you of a shorter version of Ben Roethlisberger in a
Mhm.
way. Um, but he could sling that. He could sling the ball. He could definitely sling the ball. Definitely got us to the Super Bowl. Just 'cause we fell short. But we definitely fell short. But yeah, I put him in boat status.
Okay, two more, which probably you probably gonna say both are goat. First off, Warren Moon.
Warren Moon. That's Houston. Used to be with the
Yeah.
Houston Oilers, not the Texans,
Mhm.
but the Houston Oilers.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh man, Warren Moon. Warren was a big. Yeah. Warren was a bad dude in his time too. I put him right there, kind of like with Dante Culpepper. So I would put him at
Oh,
Bosa.
a boat.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Dougie Fresh Williams, goat or boat?
definitely go, man. Him and Randall Cunningham was pretty much the same, man.
Mm.
Just different teams. Yeah, him and Randall, both NFC East teams. I would definitely have to put them side by side, man. I like if anybody, I don't know anybody who would, if you had to pick between the two of them, who you would choose between Doug and Randall Cunningham, because both of them boys was nice with it.
Correct me if I'm wrong on this list. Only two of them are Hall of Famers. Correct? Doug Williams and Warren Moon are the only Hall of Famers. Is Randall Cunningham a Hall of Famer?
I don't know.
I
I don't
don't
know
think
if Randall
he is.
Cunningham is a Hall of Famer.
So Doug
Um,
Williams and Warren Moon are Hall of
I think
Famers.
I think Doug Williams and yeah, are probably the
Do you
only
think
ones.
do you think any of the other ones will ever get Hall of Fame status? Mike Vick, Donovan McNabb,
Mike Vick,
Steve McNair definitely I think he will. Is Steve McNair a
Mike
Hall of
Mike
Famer?
Mike Vick won't never get it because of what he
Because
in
of the dog
regards to it.
stuff.
They will never give him. Um um yeah, Mike Vick would never get it, unfortunately. Um
Although he's deserving of it. Innovator.
I feel like he is. But in regards to if any other ones will get it, I think they out of their
Dante,
window
Steve.
now.
I think yeah, definitely Dante. I don't think. I think is Steve McNair a Hall of Famer? I don't know.
He might. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he. I'm looking to see if Randall Cunningham is in the Hall of Fame because he's in the Philadelphia's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, Steve McNair isn't in the Hall of Fame either.
He isn't or is.
It's not.
Oh
Interesting.
yeah,
Wonder the reason behind his
and he's in UNLV's Hall of Fame, Athletics Hall of Fame. Doug Williams. I mean Randall Cunningham. But it doesn't
mm,
look like he's in or did he? Hold on. Did he? Did he make the Hall of Fame? Hold on, I might be wrong. I may be wrong. Oh yeah, he is. Oh no. No, hold on. Wait a minute. What? He was inducted Phillies after retirement. Inductee to return. No, I don't. I don't think he is. No, I don't think he is. He was like I said, he's UNLV's Hall of Fame, and he's in the Philadelphia Eagles Hall of Fame.
Mm. So yeah, so it just comes down to the two in which you stated,
Yeah.
Warren Moon and Doug Williams, Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good lord, I ain't
So
know he was 6'4".
who's that?
Randall Cunningham, he was 6'4",
Oh yeah, he was a tall, wiry dude.
and he was a punter. He was a punter at UNLV. Bet a lot of people didn't know that about
So of
Randall.
course, yesterday we took a slight look a slight look into what end up has started to be start off because y'all as you know tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time will be the ending of the period in which people can be traded. Yesterday there was a couple of maybe blockbuster trades that took place. We still remains to be a couple other trades in which they look, especially when it comes to minds and Bishop's perspective favorite teams. But yesterday, of course, the Indiana Pacers traded their one of their key players, Domantas Sabonis, as well as Jeremy Lamb,
Hmm.
Justin Holiday in the 2023 second round pick to the Indiana Pacers for Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson. Uh, Bishop,
Wait,
when
Buddy
you
Hield is going where?
yeah, he went to Indiana. He's in Indiana now.
Ooh,
So
no
he
longer no longer a what you call him? King.
no longer a King. So he
Hmm.
was in that. Which those are some pretty good pieces in which the Sacramento Kings gave up. And Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hill. That's
Hmm.
Tyrese Halliburton is a pretty good guard.
Yeah.
Buddy is a shooter. Tristan, I'm very sure, was a salary dump. They're probably going to release him. But or maybe not. I don't know. But that is very interesting. Sabonis was a two-time All-Star, a good player.
Right.
I when I look at it initially, I believe that Sacramento got the better end of the deal. But when you look at Halliburton and Buddy, I think Indiana might end up with the better portion of
A
this
better
deal.
better
Yeah,
portion of the deal. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. Buddy Hill. They got. But yeah, that's major.
they got a shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, additionally, yesterday the Pacers, I mean the
Hey,
Trailblazers.
where did Buddy Hill come from?
Where did he come from? Carry on.
Where did he come from? I just wanted
Oh,
to know.
he went to Oklahoma.
Oh, oh, that's that Big 12 again. Once again,
Yeah, he went to Oklahoma.
just wanted to know.
Additionally, of course, the Pelicans and the Portland Trailblazers had a trade in which had a little more implications than the last. The New Orleans acquired C.J. McCollum, Larry Nance, and Tony Snell in exchange for Pelicans' Josh Hart, Walker, Saransky, Lazada, and a draft compensation to be later distinguished. So now you have C.J. McCollum that's connected and hooked up with um, Zion Williamson when he comes back from injury, and Brandon Ingram, giving them that point guard now, and probably most likely Graham is going to move maybe to a two guard or and also backup duties. So I think the Pelicans, when it's all said and done, have probably had entered opportunity, even though they don't have Zion, to where now they could probably make a run to get into the playoff, the tournament playoff as you, of course, you have teams like the Lakers who are ailing and getting worse. It seems. Um,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so in the
Well, the Nets though.
same,
The Nets, I can't say no. I can't talk much noise. The Nets are the same way.
we have that. That's about so two trades. Very interesting trades that made a difference. Of course, you have other teams that are ailing. Yesterday reported Brady Bill is out the rest of this season as he's going to elect to have surgery done on his wrist, as that's going to take him out for the remainder of the season. The Washington Wizards started out pretty hot and then just fizzled out. And so now he's taking it as, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and get ready for next season, be ready, and finish out the season. Anthony, you said Portland is there. Why is that, Anthony? You don't think that was a good trade? for Portland. You obviously Portland's in the blow ups, is in a rebuild. Um, the last two in the last couple of weeks, they've traded a couple of pieces. They got rid of Powell and Covington. Now they got rid of CJ. Um, some very valuable pieces. I think they're going to make an effort to try to build around Dame Dash. But in my opinion, and Bishop, let me know if you agree or disagree. I think they need to get rid of Dame as well.
Oh, you gonna get rid of all you just gonna start over?
Just completely start over. Push Dame.
Ooh,
You can get value for Dame. So yeah, I think I'll push Dame out too. I'll get rid of Dame as well and go ahead and start
bro, but not as a coach though. Because if you're a coach and your team is doing trash already, now and they deal away Dame, you ain't got nothing to work with.
well, the idea is
Nothing.
hopefully you get you get better you get an
Picks.
opportunity to build, yeah, picks and stuff like that. Because they're not going. It's
Mm,
like you said. There's not too many. No one wants to come. The only again, money talks. That's the only thing that's
absolutely.
which people are going to come to Portland. No one really wants to come to Portland at the end of the day. So that's going to be that causes a problem in itself. So if you keep Dame,
But why don't they want to come to Portland?
is a low money market, a small market, and they don't have anything there currently. So of course, if you're looking at bringing now people who are traded there is a different that you have their rights and they're on contract with you. That's a little bit different. But to sit up and trying to go grab somebody to pull in, that becomes the difference. Like trade market wise, they can get people. So Dame, if they're able to trade somebody to get to bring for Dame
Mhm.
that has some room on their contract, then that goes better because now you give an opportunity to get them to see if they're going to win, if it's going to be lucrative for them to be here, if they can build, be in there. But if not, it's a wrap. So that's why I say I would just go ahead and move Dame.
Mm. That's interesting. That's interesting.
So of course, as we recap last night, some interesting games went on. Of course, as we stated, it was a bunch of per the trades that we spoke about earlier, left a bunch of teams shorthanded. In which you, no matter who they was playing, you probably was going to get a blowout. So, of course, the first of the shorthanded teams, the uh, Portland Trailblazers hosted the Orlando Magic in Portland as they lost 113 to 95 as the Magic came in and smacked around the Trailblazers at home. The Trailblazers was led by slam dunk candidate my I think my candidate to win the slam dunk contest, Cole Anthony, as he scored 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 9 assists. He had concerted efforts from Wagner and Mo Bamba, 13 points apiece, 18 points from Wendell Carter and Chuma Okiki, as well as Gary Havers contributing with 15 points. The Trailblazers' leading scorer was Anthony Simons, who's probably going to capitalize the benefit the most from the current moves. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 14 points from Nurkic, as well as 11 from Elby, and Justin Willow scored 12. Greg Brown contributed with 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist in 19 minutes of play. So hopefully they get their new the Harts and Saranskis, and then maybe I mean Portland might be better. They're currently 21 and 34. Um, but of course, Orlando was victorious, improving to 13 and 43. Your man in Atlanta had his chance at a hobble team as the Atlanta I almost said Falcons. Atlanta Hawks took on the Indiana Pacers, thrashing them 133 to 112 at home. Of course, like you said, Trey Young, 34 points, 1 rebound, 11 assists in his double double
What school
effort.
did Trey go to? What school he came from?
Stop it, guy.
I'm just saying. I forget sometimes. I forget.
As you would say, boomer
Sooner,
sooner.
let's go. That boy's out there bowling.
Josh Collins additionally added 20 points, three rebounds, and 1 assist, and 13 points from Bogdan Bogdanovic. The Pacers hobble team was led by their rookie sensation or second year player Chris Duarte, 25 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists. Additionally, Lance Stevenson still getting his swerve on, 24 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, and two players, Deontay Washington Jr. and Kiefer Sykes, that contribute with 10 points apiece, and O'Shea Brissett with 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. The Hawks improved to 26 and 28, 2 games short of 500 as the uh, trade deadline is upon us in 24 hours, as well as the NBA All-Star break next week. The Pacers now 19 and 37 as they have traded away some good talent. They got some in return as they look to see what they can do. Of course, the Kings, Sacramento Kings, another short team, took on they played host to the Minnesota Timberwolves in Sacramento as they took the L 29. Improving the Minnesota Timberwolves to 29 and 25. Sacramento drops to 20 and 36 as they took the L 134 to 114. Of course, the Timberwolves is led by the Cat Carl Anthony Towns with 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. Malik Beasley contributed with 21 points. Jordan McLaughlin and Tyron Prince, 11 points apiece. Nas Reed with 12 points and 14 points from D'Angelo Russell. The Kings' leading scorer was Darren Fox, as he's still a problem. Is there set 29 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 21 points from Harrison Barnes, who was thought to be the individual that was going to be moved, but I guess no one didn't want him, but they decided to keep him. He was maybe off limits, and 14 points from Chimiz Metu, another Pac-12 representative. And lastly, of the teams that had a shortened staff, the Pelicans took on the Rockets as they were victorious with a shorthand. They won 110 to 97, improving to 22 and 32. The Rockets dropped 15 and 39. Maybe not really a difference in that game. The Pelicans were led by their star, Brandon Ingram, with 26 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. They had 6 players in double figures, and Deontay Brown, the point guard, was 1 point short of being in double figures, as well as Trey Murphy. The Rockets were led by Kevin Porter Jr. with 27 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 11 points apiece from Matthews and Seguin, and then 19 points from Christian Wood, 1 rebound short of a double-double. As much as Trae Young shoots, he needs to have
Get
100
the
points per
hush,
game.
Paperwhite. He ain't
That's
shooting
that.
more than LeBron.
That's what the those Big 12 players do. Applewhite volume. They perform in volume.
Here we go, bro. Here we go.
They perform
Paperwhite,
in
don't you say
volume.
nothing because you did balls. You don't have a dog in this fight. Don't say nothing about them balls. Don't even bring their name up.
So last night, of course, additional other games, the New York Knicks traveled to Denver to take on the Nuggets in their home stadium. The Nuggets were victorious, improving to 30 and 24. The Knicks dropped to 24 and 31, as just no different than as Highland dropped Kimball Walker with a killer crossover. The Nuggets dropped 132 to 115, with the Nuggets' high scorers being Nashawn Highland, as I said, 22 points, 20 points out of Jermichael McGreen, 19 from Aaron Gordon, and 21 points in the 11 rebounds from the Joker. The Knicks, of course, your man did his job. RJ Barrett, 18 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists.
As
Julius Randle.
always.
Julius Randle led the team with 28 points and 10 rebounds, 21 points out of even 48, and 14 points out of Alec Burke, but it wasn't enough as the Nuggets were victorious. The Mavs took on the Detroit Pistons in D-Town, in which they were victorious, winning 116 to 86, improving to 32 and 23. The Nets, the Pistons dropped to 12 and 42. It was more of a concerted effort. High scorer for the Pistons, Hamidou Diallo with 18 points. They have contributors of 14 and 15 from Jeremy Grant and Isaiah Stewart. But the Mavs, of course, was too much as Luka dropped another double-double with 33 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 21 points from Jalen Bronson, 11 points from Dorian Finney-Smith, and 12 points for Reggie Bullock. Basically, it was just too much for the Pistons in that game. The Phoenix Suns, as we know them, just keep rolling right along. They took on the 76ers in which we perceived as possibly being the game of the night. The Clippers, correction, the 76ers didn't hold up too well as they end up taking the L. The Suns lost, won 114 to 109 as, of course, Devin Booker, leading scorer, dropped 35 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, 16 points and 12 assists from Chris Paul, 23 points from Mikal Bridges, as well as 10 from DeAndre Ayton and 6 rebounds. The 76ers was led by Joel Embiid, 34 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. But of course, like I said, it wasn't enough. Tobias Harris was able to pour in 30 points. And the only additional player that had double figures was Tyrese Maxey with 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. As the Phoenix Suns NBA leading 44-10 record still holds strong. The 76ers dropped to 32-22 on the year as they get ready to go into the NBA All-Star weekend. What else do we have here? Of course, save the worst for last at this point. The Los Angeles Lakers played host to the Milwaukee Bucks, last year's NBA champions. The Bucks were victorious 131 to 116, improving to 35-21. The Lakers 26-29 at this point. It was, I guess, if there's a such thing as more victories, that was pulled off because at one point the Lakers was down by as many as 30 points. But of course, we don't give away participation trophies in the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 44 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists. He had help from, of course, Bobby Portis with 23, Chris Middleton with 21, 12 points from Grayson Allen, and point guard Drew Holiday scored 15 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds. The Lakers, led by LeBron James, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 22 points from Anthony Davis, 20 points from Malik Monk. And then Russell Westbrook had a double-double with 10 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. Stanley Johnson, 16 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. In the what's to be noted is the post-game show, LeBron was asked a question if he thought that the team was on the level as the Bucks, being that they're last year's champions, and he gave a clear and emphatic no, we are not on that level.
He did
Hearing
say
that,
that.
Bishop, hearing that,
I've been saying. He's saying what I've been saying. Yeah, I said that when we was over on the other network.
I seen that, Anthony. Did you see? I don't know. Was you watching the game?
Like, it's okay, bro. Yeah, I did. I didn't watch the game, but I did see the.
I was watching the game. I did see this when he walked over and they was like shunning him.
Yeah, like both of them had their head down. Yeah, they both had their head down. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, but and I've said that. Like I said that over on the other network, man. When it's all said and done, man, ain't no change gonna come until they get rid of Westbrook. In my personal opinion, bro. I just feel like that's what they need. They need to get rid of Westbrook. He's not a factor. I mean, the balls. Did you see the shots he shot yesterday? Didn't he have another air ball or brick? Yeah. Like, dude, this dude, bro, I can get out there and do what he doing.
Sign me up.
But man, like, seriously, bro. Like, seriously, and that says a lot.
I don't even need $44 million.
I mean, no, hold on. Give me same thing he getting. Don't cut me short now. Don't speak for my money now. Don't cut me short. If I'm going out there to take his place, give me his money.
Yeah, I won't.
Don't shortchange me because he ain't doing what he doing. I'm gonna come out there and do exactly what he do, but I don't want the same pay because he did what he did. That I want to get the same pay. But yeah, man, I'm not surprised LeBron's. Well, actually, I am surprised LeBron.
I was kind of like. I was looking at AD's face because I wanted to see
me too.
AD like, wait, but are you talking about me too?
No, he just looked. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I wonder what AD
AD
thinking.
thinking because he said
Like,
it is like,
yeah.
and
But he
he
never
like
looked at
looked down,
LeBron.
but
He
she's
he
like,
looked
yeah, he
up.
never looked. He just kind of like looked up. Is like, but he had his head down. But he sitting up thinking
Yeah.
like, hey, Brian, was you talking about me? He's like, hey, man, take
And
it how you
but I
want
don't
it.
think LeBron was talking about him though. I really don't.
Probably not because technically you were here when we won the NBA championship.
Yeah,
Like,
so I don't
yes,
think
sir.
I don't think he's talking about. I don't think he's talking about him. I
But
think he's talking about
well,
other
not
people.
right now. He's not talking about him until
Hmm.
he's be like, bro, he's like, stay on the court.
Right. But it ain't his fault he getting injured. Like the last of what the knee thing happened, what somebody fell back into his
Rolled
knee.
on here.
That ain't him. He can't do nothing about that. And it ain't like LeBron staying is healthy either. Like he can't say nothing about health when he's on the bench just as much.
Yeah, but LeBron is like 10 years plus older than AD.
I get that, but
He
still,
got the miles.
I feel it. I get it. I totally get it. I totally get that.
And
But they still need you. They still saying you the man playing at a high level.
like, where that man at? I
Where he
want
at? Yeah,
to see
I
that
need
man.
him on the court. Where that
Yeah.
high level play guy at the age in which he's at 37. Where that dude at? I need that dude on the court.
So of course, when you look at it on the opposite side of the spectrum, on the other side of the country, he had a game going on as the Brooklyn Nets play host to the Boston Celtics.
You
Uh,
always want to try and bring that up last, man.
No, it's not. That's not last. I said better. I say better for last. The Nets. Oh no, we gonna wallow together. Misery love
No,
company. Misery love company. Oh, bro, misery loves company. So
bro. At one point in that game, it was 20-2,
28
bro.
to two. 28 to
Bro,
two. And with 5 minutes in the game, fam. 5 minutes
bro,
left in the first quarter, and it's
bro. I
28
stopped
to 2.
watching that game. I was like, this is embarrassing. That is an embarrassment. That is literally an embarrassment to see. And on your home court, you're getting thrashed like that on your home court. That's some NBA
With all
that's
your
NBA 2K stuff right there,
all
bro.
your big threes is out. All big
Even still, that
KD is
tells you
out.
that
KD is out with his injury. James Harden is just being held out, which we're going to get to in a second. And then you have Kyrie that is can't play at home.
because of the
So
yeah,
yeah, so of
bro.
course
That's
Jaylen Brown
embarrassing.
and
But
Marcus Smart.
that tells you a lot about they bench though. That tells you a lot about they bench players. Like for you to
All those
get
people you brought in,
yes, like
uh,
Miles,
Patty
Mills,
Mills.
Patty Mills, bro, them dudes ain't doing nothing, man. They are
Patty
not
Mills.
doing nothing.
Patty Mills had 5 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists in 22 minutes of play.
That's horrible.
Blake Griffin had 6 points, 2 rebounds,
Horrible.
2 assists in 16 minutes of play. The leading scorer was Javon Carter with 21 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. The rookie Cameron Thompson scored 17 points. James
Bro, you said the
Johnson,
leading
17
score was
points.
21 points?
Leading scorer was 21 points with
That's
Javon
10
Carter.
points and a half. That's 10 points and a half. That means you have 5 points in each quarter. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
The Celtics defense was ratcheted up, and additionally, Jaylen Brown scored 22 points. Marcus Smart scored 22 points and 19 points out of Jason Tatum, 12 points from Robert Williams, and 11 points from Dennis Schroeder. As like we said, the Celtics was victorious 126-91. But that's technically the Brooklyn Nets are still above 500 at 29-25. As well as the Boston Celtics are now 31-25. What did Anthony say? Oh, we all know AD is soft and injured. Anthony, if it's 28-22, you shouldn't bricks and playing no defense. Well, the bricks might have been that Anthony, but from what I read and seen, that it was more so that Boston's defense is one of the top defenses in the league
Yeah,
right now,
they
and
play good defense.
and when you take in consideration your top three scorers are
Yeah,
all out,
yeah,
then
they play good defense.
you're kind of like asking someone to take on a role that they're probably not ready for. In which, but Bishop was just saying, Patty Mills. When you take in consideration who else got brung in with the Blake Griffins and everyone else, and you pay Thomas this money, like it's like where are they at? And it's unfortunate, like you know what I'm saying. But like I said, misery love company. So I'm
You ain't
with it.
never lied, bro. That was embarrassing, bro. I had to stop watching it. That was so embarrassing to watch them get thrashed like that at home, bro. Brooklyn needs a new GM because they like the Lakers keep bringing in has been players instead of young upcoming players. who's a has been in who's a well, unless you talk about the ones who was playing last night, like the Patty Mills and all of them, I can agree with that. But I know you ain't calling KD, Kyrie, or James Harden has beens AP. I know you ain't doing that. I know they right now they're talking about the Harden trade for Ben Simmons. I think that would be horrible, a horrible trade, because of course the Sixers would definitely be getting the best end of that trade if they made that trade for Ben Simmons, in my personal opinion. But then
Mhm.
again, who's to say? Who knows? Um, I'm assuming that's why they holding Harden out. They saying it's a possibility that that trade may go through. We'll see.
Or
Tomorrow's
he
the
was somewhere here towards the deadline, so it's all subjective at this point.
right. We try, but
Um,
they did say they're in talks right now. It's being said that Brooklyn
yeah.
don't like the terms in which the 76ers have right now. So right now they're at a stall trying to work out the details on what the Sixers are willing to give up to receive Harden. So, but they are in talks. So it looks like it's a possibility that it could happen. It's not a done deal. No one has said it's the done deal. Excuse me, as of yet, but it's definitely being spoke about.
And of course, last night's last game, which was played as the Memphis Grizzlies play host to the Los Angeles Clippers. Another thrashing, Minnesota 38-18, winning 135 to 109. The Clippers dropped to 27-29. Of course, you know who did damage. Bishop, your man, Ja Morant, 30 points, 7
As
rebounds, 5
always.
assists, 26 points from Jaren Jackson Jr., 11 rebounds, 1 assist. It just was no answer for them as the Clippers' leading scorer was 19 points out of Isaiah Harrison, 14 points apiece from Covington, as well as Terrence Mann, and the new acquisition, 16 points from Norman Powell. They just didn't have enough. And Memphis continues to roll. I like Memphis. Like some my top teams I'm liking right now, of course, is my Lakers. Even though saying ride or die to the end of it.
What?
But yeah, bro.
Why would you like the Lakers right now?
The same reason you like the Nets.
No, that's not the same. Actually,
It's
it's
very much
not
the
the
same.
same. It is not the
Yes,
same
it's
guy.
very much the same. But
No,
additionally, of course, Golden State and Memphis is saying I'm rocking with them as well.
I'm rocking with them. And I'm rocking with my Nets. I'm definitely rocking with Memphis too because of Ja Morant. He's the up and coming face of the NBA, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, Lakers. That's crazy. That's that's preposterous.
It's- it's- So, Bishop, I know
Mm.
you're not a big fan of saying the what has come of these mid season and after season antics. The NBA has added, now let me know what you like about this, or if you don't, I foresee that you're not going to like it. They have added a new skills challenge. The, the new skills challenge they have now is going to basically be 3 teams of 3 players, um, and basically each team will perform. It would be 4 rounds. All 3 teams or 3 players will participate in the 4 rounds of competition that tests shooting, passing, and dribbling abilities. And then the last round is going to be a half-court shots to see who makes the shots in the least amount of time. So these are the teams that are going to be is the 3 teams. The one team is the Antetokounmpos, which is made up of Alex Antetokounmpo, who plays for the Raptors 905, a former Laker guard.
We don't need to know that. But go ahead. That he's a Laker
Giannis,
guard. Yeah,
former.
we don't need to know that he was part of the Lakers. That's not
Yeah,
a good thing to say right now.
he was
But
the
anyway,
first. He was the first Antetokounmpo brother to win a championship. But then Giannis
as a
Antetokounmpo,
backup, did he even play?
no,
Oh,
but he still won. Giannis Antetokounmpo as well as Thanis Antetokounmpo are going to make up that
it's
team.
three. It's three of them boys in the league.
Yeah, it's 3 of them. Like I said, well, it
I didn't
was
know. I
three.
knew
Other
about the
one is
one.
the G League.
Oh, the other one's in the G League.
Yeah, yeah. The
Oh, okay.
first
I was gonna say.
Alex was for the Lakers, but after they won the championship the next year, I think they released him.
So two of the brothers was on the Lakers.
Only one.
Oh, okay, okay. I knew
They-
about him. I knew about him, and then I knew
and then
about
it's
Giannis.
another it's another one that's basically he's playing prep ball or something like that. But there's a
Yeah,
fourth
I
one.
heard about him. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know about him too. Okay,
Okay,
yeah, I know
then
about because
the
I think
Cavs.
Giannis hugged his brother first, like one of the first people he hugged right after winning last year. His brother was
Yeah,
on the was
yeah, he
there when he
plays.
won.
Yeah, they both won. They on the same team. They
Yeah,
both won. Yeah.
yeah.
The second team would be the Cavs, that where the NBA All Star game we played, and that team would consist of Jared Allen, Darius Garland, and even Mobley. And then lastly, the team would be the Rooks, which consists of Scotty Barnes, rookie for the Toronto Raptors, Cade Cunningham, rookie for the Detroit Pistons, and Josh Giddey, rookie for the OKC Thunders, in
Hey,
which
Kay
they
Cunningham, where he at?
Oklahoma State.
Oh, Big 12. Just wonder.
Even Mobley's out of Pac-12, so it's cool. It's, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, rookie, yeah, as well.
Mm. I don't think they talking about him like they talking about
Oh,
Kay
they
Cunningham.
definitely talking about him like they talk about Cade Cunningham.
I don't know.
More so even because
Who's
they
gonna,
could.
who would win the rookie of the year out of the two?
It's
Kay
gonna be even
Cunningham.
Mobley.
No, no, Kay Cunningham.
Just wait for it. It's gonna be wait. It's gonna be even Evan Mobley,
Kay
rookie of the
Cunningham.
year this year.
Nope, Kay Cunningham gonna come back and just thrash people when
Just
it comes to
shock the
that.
world.
Yep.
Additionally, the 3-point contest, and I definitely don't think I think we're gonna be on the same picture with this. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. The 3-point contest would be consistent of course of 8 players. Them 8 players were announced yesterday, as we have Desmond Bain from the Memphis Grizzlies, Luke Kennard from the Los Angeles Clippers,
Who?
Luke Kennard,
Okay.
Luke Kennard from the Los Angeles Clippers, Zach Levine, Chicago Bulls, C.J. McCollum, now the New Orleans
Pelicans.
Pelicans. Your man's Patty Mills from the
No, that ain't
Brooklyn
my
Nets,
man. That ain't my man.
Fred Van Fleet from the Toronto Raptors, Trey Young from the Atlanta Hawks,
That bad man right there.
and Carl
Boomers. Sooners.
and Carl Anthony Towns from
Carl
the.
Anthony Towns in the 3-point contest? Boy, stop.
This is the reason why
Boy, stop.
Anthony's like, so how what do you think about Curry in this skill thing?
How you
Oh, you
don't
don't
have
have
that
I don't understand how
in
you
the
don't have
skill
Curry in the skill one.
or
I
the
would
3-point?
even I would even be I would
Like
Seth.
or
Seth
even
even
Seth. Yeah,
yeah,
Seth.
Seth, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
In
I
the
don't know.
like
Or even Clay. I don't even know why Clay ain't in it.
yeah, they didn't get selected. But
I
like
feel like,
Carl
and I
Anthony
feel
Towns, really?
Carl Anthony Towns really. That's come on, man. Carl, go over there to the slam dunk contest or something like that. Don't go out there
Or
and get
skill, you
yourself.
know, or yeah, or just
Don't
saying.
get yourself embarrassed out there, bro. Don't do that. Call big cat. Come holler at me, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not saying you can't shoot threes, but bro, you ain't finna shoot them
You
things
ain't
like these
finished
boys.
like that. Like
Not like Trey. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I'm telling you who my winner is right there.
oh yeah, you already said it. I was
Trey
about to
Young.
ask, but I was like, I already know. I don't even gotta ask that.
Trey Young
I
finna win
already
that.
know.
Yeah, Trey Young finna win that.
And so, yes, additionally, yesterday the NBA released their top 15 coaches. Of course, everybody gonna go with Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain. There's
Of
always a
course,
big man in that competition. Is it?
but not a shoot. Well, I can understand
Not
a
a
big man
in the
that can
3-point?
shoot.
Yeah. At the 3-point, who's always been the big man? I
So
mean, it's
no,
been some
so
tall. Don't get me wrong, it's been some
not the 3
tall
point
guys,
in
but no,
in the skills challenge has always been the big man that
yeah, but
wins.
not no
Not in
big,
the
not
3 point.
nah. In the 3-point, exactly. NBA needs to do
The only 3 point shooter big man that's out there is that could have been in there is like, of course, was Dirk. He
Dirk.
played in it, but then now like maybe Porzingis or something like that. But they're
Yeah,
not yet.
Porzingis. Yeah, or even
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, it's competition.
Luca,
Yeah, Luca.
because he ain't he like 6'9" himself, 6'8", 6'9", playing the
He's
guard.
6'8". Yeah, and he
Yeah,
could.
yeah.
So of course, like last night,
But Big Cat,
yesterday,
he's not even known for threes, bro.
the
Like
NBA
seriously.
released their top 10 coaches in NBA history, 5-year history. They had 15 goats, 15 goats at the coaching position. Those coaches are Red Auerbach, Larry Brown, Chuck Daly, Red Holzman, Phil Jackson, Casey Jones, Steve Kerr, Don Nelson, Greg Popovich, Jack Ramsey, Pat Riley, Doc Rivers, Jerry Sloan, Lenny Wilkins, and Eric Spoelstra have made it as the top 15 coaches in NBA history.
Mm.
75-year existence. Do you think anyone should or should not that should or should not be on that list there, Bishop?
No, I can't. I can't say that because I can't speak for the older cats because I wasn't around for them, so I couldn't say
Mm-hmm.
about that. But yeah, I feel like it's what it is
That's
right
pretty
now.
well.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When you look at
it's
Eric
pretty.
Spoelstra, and it's funny because Steve Kerr's only been coaching for 8 years, but in 8 years he took the Golden State Warriors to 5 consecutive championships,
Right.
winning
And
two
got
of those
two of
five.
them. Right.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So you got to
I'm not
speak to that.
surprised. Yeah.
Of course, Chuck Daly he represented when they the Bad
Detroit.
Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course Pat Riley he's going to be on there.
We
Phil
already know
Jackson
that. Yeah, we know.
head down. Casey Jones, yeah.
Yeah.
Don
Nobody.
Nelson,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
All the people that's
yeah.
on there, I feel, is deserving of it. Outside of the
But
people that I don't
Eric
know.
Eric Eric Spoelstra is an interesting one too because when you look at how he
Miami.
started out, yeah, how he started out, but of course he did the same thing, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak. He's
Mm-hmm.
been to five. He's been to five championships
Yeah. Yeah.
himself, not consecutive, but he's been to five. So yeah, I think that of course they left off a couple of players that was on the top 51 that aren't on this one, which is Bill Fitch. Rest in peace. He died last month, or I mean earlier at the beginning of the year. He was one of them, but of course. That is, of course, no issue. So, what we got? We got about 6 minutes. So, Bishop,
Mm.
yesterday, like I told you, it was a certain conversation I wanted to have with you when we talk about college football.
Mm-hmm.
So I I took a little look and come to find out, did you know or do you know what conference in the NCAA has the most top 100 recruits?
Probably the SEC.
Oh, you know it's SEC, which I
Yeah.
can't stand, bro. Out
Yeah.
of out of 100 recruits, the SEC has 52.
Mm-hmm. More than half. I figured that.
Oh yeah, so where do you think the Big Ten lies, or who do you think is next in line after the SEC
It's probably the Big Ten.
with 17?
Yeah.
This is surprising. The ACC has 12. The SWAC has 2. The Independent has 1. Undecided had then 2 are undecided. But where do you think the Big 12 and the Pac 12 lie?
So you said the ACC is
Second with 12. Oh, third with
third.
12.
Third with
Yes,
12, right?
third with
Third
7.
with 12. So recruits and y'all are probably I'm gonna be honest, the Pac-12 is probably above us only simply because of the fact of Lincoln Riley. If it wasn't for Lincoln Riley, y'all wouldn't be ahead of us. But because Lincoln Riley has so many recruits, flip. That's the main reason. So he's had so many recruits flip because of him going over to the Pac-12. That's the reason why it'll be the Pac-12 over the Big 12. That's the only reason. Because if he'd have stayed in Oklahoma and Norman,
Yeah,
we would
we would.
we would be above even the ACC. Guarantee it.
That's pretty
But
good assumption. But
yeah,
old
but because of
contrarian
that.
move there. At the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
the Pac-12 and the Big 12 are tied with 7 apiece.
I can see that.
They're
I can
tied
see
with
that.
7 apiece
I can see that.
in the top 100.
I can see that. But again, as I said, if he hadn't went to the SEC, I mean,
It's
if he
over.
hadn't back Pac-12,
Anthony is
I'm just
over.
saying my organ Dutch runs.
It's over. It's over.
Wow.
It's over.
Ooh, that's a jab.
It's over.
That is a jab.
A year ago, that was a jab. It's over.
That's not a year ago. That's about what 10 years ago when
It's over.
Chip Kelly was still out there.
It's over.
Man, the Ducks ain't been nothing since Chip left. Stop it, Anthony. Stop it.
It's over. A year ago, that was a jab. It's over now.
He says they run.
You know, this is
Pac-12.
Lincoln Riley going to be like, look at me. I'm the captain now. That's Lincoln
They
Riley now.
run. He said the Ducks run the Pac-12. Wow, that's a huge, bold statement there, Anthony. Woo.
So, additionally, out in the Power 5 conference, that being the SEC, notice the Power 5 is the SEC. I know your bias believes differently, Bishop, but the Big 5, the Power 5 conference consists of the SEC, the ACC, the Big 12, the Big 10, and the Pac 12. That is the Power 5
That
conferences.
makes it. No, I agree with that. That's about
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so just want to make
Yeah,
sure
that
because your
the
bias.
big five. That ain't. But I give y'all in the top five. Y'all are number five though. Y'all are definitely number five, without question.
So
Y'all are
in the
number five
Pac-12 for the 2002 recruiting rankings by power conference, we all know SEC is number one.
again.
Yeah. How many 5 stars recruits do you think they have? They possess
Who?
the SEC.
How many 5-star recruits
5-star recruits
in
have
the
they
whole entire SEC?
in the whole entire conference?
Probably. Ooh, probably about 30.
17.
Oh, they only got 17. You said 5-star.
5 stars, 17
Oh
five
yeah,
stars in the whole conference.
yeah.
You have
Then
17. The SEC is really leading one, so of course SEC is number one with 17. I don't know why I'm reporting this because I'm finna hear in your mouth, but the SEC is number 17 in five with 5-star, and 117 4-star recruits. The Big Ten 6 5 stars, 71 4-stars. The ACC has 4 5 stars and 48 four
4 stars.
stars.
Mm-hmm.
The Big 12 has 2 5 stars, 54 stars, and then the Pac 12 has 1 5 star and 35 4 stars.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
And
That
then
sounds
when
about right.
you look at it, the 1 star that we got is the flip from Oklahoma,
Mm.
which is Malachi
The
Nelson.
Malachi Nelson, who actually was already a backup. He left Oklahoma to go. He was over there before Lincoln.
Oh, really? He already committed early? He committed
Malachi,
early?
yeah, Malachi
He
had been
committed.
gone. He got beat out by Spencer Rattler. Remember, Malachi was supposed to be the next up after Kyler, but Malachi got beat out by Spencer. Yeah, Malachi. I remember
So
Malachi.
he's currently the Big 12's only 2 star. I mean Big 10's only the Pac 12's only 1 star.
2 star. Mm-hmm. On one. Mm-hmm.
What you say the Big 10 has two? Yeah, that's funny. Like so, like and then you got but that's like a slap in the face in a sense when I look at that for the Pac 12 because hell, the SWAC has 1 5 star
Oh
in
wow.
the. You got to think about that went to Jackson State or the
Right.
MEAC or whatever, whichever I think is the MEAC.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so they have a 5 star when you look at that when the one that
Mm-hmm.
went to Jackson State. So yeah, so it continues to be a science, but I mean, like as we all know, we all see because they're full is a bunch of 2 stars and no stars that are currently playing in the
He said
Super
2
Bowl.
stars and no stars. Yep.
That are
That
playing
is
in the Super Bowl
yeah
and they
true.
very very well represented at the end of the day.
Facts.
And then of course Mixon. What was Mixon? A 4 star, a 5 star when he got to Oklahoma.
No, I think Mixon was a 3.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I think Mixon was a 3.
So I think the composite voting for the star rating is done by 24/7 Sports.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what the rating that's who does the rating, Anthony. So that's who determines the star. But I mean, of course, you know, what I'm saying that's just a rating. At the end of the day,
It means really nothing,
yeah,
to be
it means
honest.
nothing. You saying you go and perform, you do what you got to do,
Yeah, yeah.
and so
It
it
hypes the
comes out.
kids up for the most part. It just hypes them up mainly than anything else. I mean, I don't know if it necessarily helps coaches with recruiting. I guess it does in a way.
Yeah,
But
because you see, like you said, the SEC, them dudes is loaded.
right,
Oh, that's some of your conference, huh? So y'all get
where they're
to
going to where they can get notoriety and dollars and TV time. I mean, that's without being said, AP. That's why.
now
That's
with the
why the
NIL.
SEC. Yeah, that's why the SEC always leads in that. Yeah,
Soon to be your conference. Soon to be your
that's
conference.
right. That's right. We will soon be there, sir. We will soon be there. We will be a part of the best conference in the NCAA college
I
football.
don't know if y'all gonna add to it, but
Well, 24 players going to be in
the
the.
combine.
Yeah, yeah. But out of them 324, how many of them are probably 4-star and 5 stars?
You know what? I
The
can't. I
majority
can't
of them
wait.
are probably
I can't wait
4
till this
stars and
year.
5 stars.
I
But
cannot wait for
me
this
neither.
year.
I can't either.
Woo!
I
Let's
cannot
go.
either. I cannot either. Your claps are premature though, but
See
I
the look
just
on your face.
what the look on my face with what? To see the look on my face
The
with
look
what?
on your face with where Venables is walking up and down the sideline like, oh, with that looking mad because y'all getting thrashed, and then to look across the
We're not
screen
finna get
and see
thrashed.
USC is
I just
walloping
said,
teams.
listen, I just said USC is going to flourish with Lincoln Riley. I said
Yes.
that because again, they're in the Pac 12.
How do
They're
you
in
sit
the
up and give a
Pac
how do
12.
you give a compliment and then a and then a
Because
slap in
I'm
the
giving
face
the cup
all at the
because
same
that's
time?
what it is, Trey. Come on, man. Stop it. Y'all know that, man. Y'all please tell him. LeStanton, Anthony, Freddie. Come on, man. AP. Y'all tell this man. Lincoln Riley is going to flourish over there. He is. And so is probably oh boy, the quarterback. He's going to flourish too. They're in the Pac-12. That's probably why Lincoln, he's like, if I'm doing this over in the Big 12, just imagine what I can do in the Pac-12. Bro, he's going to go over there and kill. I'm not going to lie. But when it comes down to it, when it's time to make the CFP though, and he has to play somebody, sorry for ya. NC needs to do better with the team ranked this year. Watch them have Alabama. Alabama probably should be number one, bro. Well, no, Georgia. Georgia will be one. Georgia will be one. You can't really take that away from them.
Yeah, because that quarterback coming back. Yeah, yeah. Well, then Alabama's quarterback is coming too, but technically head to head. But yeah, so of course, that is our show for today. We greatly appreciate y'all coming through and watching us. Of course, be sure to catch us every week, Monday through Friday, 09 through 1100 hours currently. We greatly appreciate y'all coming on, waking up with us in the morning, engaging. Uh, as we continue to give our renditions and talks about sports, connections to the military, just everyday life. As we saying, we joke, we laugh, we play, we talk real talk about certain things that probably don't want to be talked about. But saying again, we greatly appreciate y'all coming on and speaking with us. Be sure tomorrow, Thursday, as we get closer, of course, we'll talk about, we'll go over our pick and choose who we believe is going to win these NFL honors awards tomorrow. Of course, I do my best to try to get Bishop's pick from the end for the Super Bowl, in which it doesn't matter. I'm picking opposite of what he's picking, no matter what he picks. So I can tie. Ron can win. He can't. So yes, saying, be sure to be present with us and tune in tomorrow, 09 Central Standard Time. Look forward to seeing y'all. Bishop is out, so I would just give y'all go ahead and follow y'all out. Enjoy y'all's day at this point. So attention, fall out. Greatly appreciate y'all. Roll 5.